Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocklets sprinkled air, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello and welcome to Corbett Field. We're about ready to say play ball for Game 3 of this 3-game set between the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks and the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Max Tanzer joined alongside Ballard Akaway, Jaden Lopez down in the field. We got a good one here for you tonight. The Sabre Dogs coming off of a 7-4 win against the Whiskey Jacks yesterday, trying to pick up the series sweep in their first series win in over 2 series. Let's take a look at the starting lineup announced by head coach Robbie Lawlin for the Wheat City Whiskey Jacks. Leading off in the DH spot will be Caleb McDowell, followed by Ethan Sitzman, the second baseman. Jake Jelly, the first baseman, will bat third after hitting the home run yesterday, his fourth. Owen Viano, the left fielder, will clean up, followed by Nolan Lingley in right field. Jackson Sorensen, the third baseman, will hit sixth. Houston Fogelstrom will bat seventh in center field. Rhett Stein will be your backstop, and Dean Bittner, the shortstop, will round out the nine. On the mound for Souris Valley tonight will be southpaw Dalton LeBlanc, out for his 8th start of the year, 1-2 record with a 5.96 ERA, 29 strikeouts to 23 walks in 31 2/3 of innings worked. His last outing in the Moo against the Moo was a difficult one back on the 4th of July just a week ago. Went 4 innings, 6 earned runs, 9 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. So he's going to look to shake that off and pick up a win here tonight for Souris Valley. It'll be Caleb McDowell, the DH, to lead it off here. Beautiful day for baseball, and just about 90 degrees at first pitch. Not a cloud in the sky with the sun shining bright here on the turf. Sabre Dogs currently lead the season series here against Wheat City 4-1. That one loss came in Game 2 in the year back on May 27th. So LeBlanc will climb the hill in his red tops, red cap, white bottoms. The uniforms the Sabre Dogs will wear tonight, with the Whiskey Jacks wearing their navy blue tops and gray bottoms. LeBlanc from the third base side comes set, turns, kicks, and fires. His first pitch on the way is swung on and cued off the end of the bat. Rolls softly foul up to the right side for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, and we are underway here live from Minot, North Dakota. Sabre Dogs baseball brought to you live on Mixlr as well as YouTube Live. Wind will not be too much of a factor, at least for the beginning of this ball game, just as it was yesterday. Blowing out gently towards right center. LeBlanc turns and fires the 0-1, swinging a hard line drive down the right field side and foul. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. McDowell having a good year. 304, 4 homers, 15 RBIs as well. 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk. LeBlanc quickly ahead here. Pauses at the belt. Stares into his catcher and Hannigan as he turns, kicks, and tosses. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line. Slicing foul to play. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. First pitch at about 5:32 local time here in Minot. Getting underway just about an hour and a half earlier than usual here on a Sunday. So the 0-2 pitch is on its way one more time. Swinging a high pop-up right field side, slicing out of play again. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. Generally speaking, 6 out of the 7 days of the week, the game will start at about 7:05 local time, but Sunday games being moved to 5:35 after they were at about 2:05 last year. LeBlanc from the third base side, steps back, kicks and delivers the 0-2, swinging a high pop-up, shallow right field. Going out as the second baseman Moore, coming in as the right fielder Alan Greer, who will step underneath it to make the grab with one hand for out number 1. Good start for LeBlanc as he retires the first batter he faces. With that, let's take a look at the starting defense tonight that will play behind the Sabre Dog southpaw. Left to right in the outfield will be Jordan Williams, Reese Anderson, and Alan Greer. Dalton Bowling will man the hot corner. Justin Cooper and Ethan Moore will play up the middle. Bo Brewer will man first base. And Colin Hannigan will be your catcher. It was Taylor Justice who got starts in games 1 and 2 of this series. Hannigan back here on Sunday evening as the first pitch on the way to Ethan Sitzman is a line drive. It's going to get over the leaping head of the first baseman Brewer and slice foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Sitzman hitting .235, 12 RBIs in the year. Came in as a defensive replacement yesterday. Back for Garrett Olson. Went 0 for 1 as he got an at-bat later in the ballgame. LeBlanc shakes emphatically once, now winds in agreement. His 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. As we talk about every time LeBlanc takes the rubber, it's going to be an ultra-quick pace here. Likes to move very fast. Control the tempo of this ballgame. He turns, kicks, tosses the 1-1 pitch. Swing the ground ball to third, fielded on a couple hops by Bowling. He bobbles, recovers, steps, and will hold it with both hands. That'll be an E5 on the third baseman of Bowling. So Sitzman will reach first base. The first base run of the night here for the Whiskey Jacks comes with 1 down here in the top of the first inning. Tough break. Again, a routine ground ball to Bowling at third base. Looked to it, fielded cleanly on a couple of hops, then bobbled on it as he tried to pick it up. If the ball had dropped right in front of him, likely would have had a play at first base, but unfortunately rolled about 5 or 6 feet to his left as he looked to maybe kick it right there. So 1 out, 1 on here for Jake Jelly. Lefty on right. LeBlanc's first pitch from the stretch is swung on and missed for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Jelly started things off with a bang yesterday, hitting a home run back in the first inning off of Kanan Morrow. And it was an impressive shot. There's a house back beyond the left field wall by maybe 100, 150 feet. I wouldn't be surprised if the people living there had a souvenir in their backyard. So the next pitch is a breaking ball, misses down to the dirt, blocked by Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. For Jelly, that was his 4th homer of the year, 25th run batted in. Now hitting .331 on the campaign, one of the many reasons why he'll be representing the Lewis division in the All-Star game in a couple weeks over in Casper, Wyoming. LeBlanc kicks and fires. The 1-1 pitch, swinging a line drive right field. Greer on his horse, ranging to his left. He dives, and he makes the catch. Nice play by Alan Greer, taking away a base hit, maybe an extra base hit from Jelly with a Superman sprawling grab in right field. And this was a tough play. It was slicing away from him, twisting towards the turf. Did not have much time, got a good jump on it, took an aggressive route to it, sprinting straight towards it, cutting towards the right field line. Laid out fully on the turf to make this diving catch for out number 2. So Sitzman retreats to first base. Put a star on that one for Alan Greer. Here's Owen Viano, the left fielder. First pitch is down and in as he scoots out of the way for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And if that gets past Greer, it's more than likely second and third, 1 out. Again, the runner on first base and Sitzman had to hold. So likely wasn't going to be able to score. LeBlanc from the stretch, pauses at the belt, kicks, fires. The 1-0 is a fastball upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. On deck, Noah Lingley, the right fielder, then Jackson Sorensen. Middle infielders ranging up the middle here, forces at first and second. Outfield playing the right-handed hitting Viano, make that straight up. Next pitch on the way, misses inside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. For LeBlanc, walked 3 batters to 3 strikeouts in his last outing. Before that, only walked 1, which tied his minimum for the season. The only other time he had only walked 1 batter was his first outing of the year against these very Whiskey Jacks. Next pitch on the way is a fastball over the middle of the plate, about knee high, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. That was a game the Sabre Dogs lost 8-7, but LeBlanc was tremendous. 2 runs, just 1 of them earned on 5 hits and 7 Ks. His 3-1 on the way. Fastball is a strike on the inside corner. Count now runs full at 3-2, and the hitter in Viano thought it was ball 4. Flipped his bat towards the third base dugout, so he'll have to walk back a couple feet to his left and behind him to pick it up and step back in the box. Sitzman will get a head start at first base, not being held on by Brewer. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. LeBlanc settles at the belt. There goes the runner. Payoff pitch on the way. He's a fastball up and in for ball 4. First walk surrendered by LeBlanc this evening. That'll set up a first and second spot here with 2 away for the right fielder in Nolan Lingley coming to the plate. So LeBlanc, after falling behind 3-0, is able to battle back into the count. Unfortunately, could not complete it. So a good RBI spot for Lingley, who has 6 RBIs already on the year. Smaller sample size for him, hitting .258. Was 1 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. Lefty on right again. A lot of right-handers in this lineup tonight for Wheat City against the Southpaw LeBlanc. First and second, 2 away. First pitch is in the dirt, blocked by Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Still not a hit on the night here for the Whiskey Jacks. Again, both base runners reaching on the E5 from Bowling and the walk to Viano here. They were able to get out on the board early in last night's ball game, looking to take the lead here in the top of the first one more time before they head out. Back on the road. LeBlanc pauses at the belt, takes a look at second, now stares back in. He kicks and fires the 1-0 pitch in the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good fastball out of the left hand of LeBlanc as he evens up the count. Forces out first, second, and third with 2 outs. The runners will be going on contact. Infielders playing back, increasing their range. Our arms left to right in the outfield. Williams, Anderson, and Greer. Sitzman, good speed at second base. Has 5 stolen bags in the year. Likely could score on a base hit. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the inside corner. LeBlanc a strike away from weaving out of this early jam. Still scoreless, just getting underway here at Corbett Field. Wheat City Whiskey Jacks versus the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, game 3 of 3. So the Sabre Dogs look to complete the sweep. LeBlanc pauses at the belt. Kicks, fires, 1-2 pitch on the way. He's a fastball upstairs, ball 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind starting to pick up a little bit now, blowing in from straightaway center field. So a lot of balls will likely get knocked down tonight, particularly towards right-handed hitters to their pole side as it's now blowing from left to right. LeBlanc kicks, fires, the 2-2 on the way. Misses inside, ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Back-to-back full counts for him. LeBlanc came out on the tougher end of it last time to Viana, looking to come out of this one on the positive end. Runners will be going on the pitch here. Count is full with 2 outs. That's Viano at first, Sitzman at second base. Runners go. Payoff pitch on the way is a fastball that misses inside for ball 4. Close spot for LeBlanc. He's now walked back-to-back batters, and that will load the bases up here for the Whiskey Jacks with 2 down here in the first inning. So after getting 2 relatively quickly outs with the error from Bowling in between, LeBlanc has now walked back-to-back hitters. Finds himself in a very difficult spot here. Jackson Simonson, the left-handed hitting third baseman, will come to the plate. 3 homers, 18 RBIs, hitting .297. Good spot here for him to break the doors open right now. Lefty on left, the wind, the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Good fastball from LeBlanc at the top of the zone. Force it all bags here. LeBlanc from the third base side punches his fist into his glove as he comes set at the bounce. Simonson make that Sorensen just stepping back into the box. Slightly open stance from the left side. LeBlanc twists and fires. His 0-1 pitch on the way, swinging a chopper off the foot of Sorensen. His rolls into foul territory for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. LeBlanc ahead by a lot here. Does not have to challenge Sorensen with a pitch over the plate. Again, just trying to send this thing to the bottom of the 5th. Still scoreless. Langley at first base. Viano at second. Sitzman at third. LeBlanc stares into his catcher, Hannigan, who just squats back down behind the plate. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Tied at 0, top of the first. LeBlanc steps back, lifts and delivers. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a high pop-up, third base side, foul territory. It'll slice out of play. Count will hold at 0-2. For the Sabre Dogs yesterday, it was Kane and Morrow who got the start. Picked up the win. Was the best we've seen him this year in the starting role. Went 6 innings. Only allowed 3 runs for a quality start. It was Jackson Kirkpatrick who picked up the 3-out save for his first save of the season. LeBlanc again winds and fires his 0-2 one more time. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Good work from Dalton LeBlanc. Bends a bender out of the top of the zone to retire Sorensen swinging to strand the bases loaded here in the top of the first. That sends us to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here at Corbett Field as the Sabre Dogs are coming up for the first time tonight.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow score updates and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at @SV_SaberDogs and use the hashtag #ScoDogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. Your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night. So break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m. So see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101 3rd Street Southeast, Minot, or call 701-839-2886.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, bottom of the first inning. Scoreless here between the Whiskey Jacks and the Sabre Dogs. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Souris Valley tonight, as always announced by head coach Alex Miklos. Leading off at shortstop will be Justin Cooper, followed by Bo Brewer in the 2 spot. Alan Greer back in the lineup after a day off yesterday will bat third. Dalton Bowling cleaning up after that 2-run double yesterday. Cullen Hannigan will bat 5th behind the plate. Jordan Williams back in the lineup for the last couple of nights now. Will hit 6th in left field. Ethan Moore 7th at second base. Jaden Schaefer, your DH, will hit 8th. And Reese Anderson will round out the 9. On the bump for the Whiskey Jacks, the tall right-hander standing at 6'7", Jack Moffitt, out of Seattle, Washington, product of Gonzaga University. This will be his 9th outing of the year, 7 start, 0-3 record with a 7.87 ERA. Has struck out 23 batters to 35 walks in 24 innings of work. His last start was not bad against Sioux Falls. Went 4 innings, 3 runs, none of them earned. 2 hits, 6 walks, 1 strikeout. So the command has been a bit of a struggle for Moffitt this season. He'll look to work on that here tonight against this Sabre Dogs offense. So here's Justin Cooper to lead it off. Cooper was 0 for 1 yesterday, walked thrice. Was all over the base paths, now hitting .322, a homer and 15 RBIs. Moffitt turns, kicks, and fires. His first pitch of the night on the way. Cooper shows bunt, pulls back, takes a fastball in the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. For the Sabre Dogs, they have a pair of 6'6" pitchers in Eric Wallington and Jackson Kirkpatrick, but Moffitt beating them by an inch here at 6'7". It's the 0-1 pitch is down away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Easily the tallest pitcher we've seen this season in the Expedition League to this date. Sabre Dogs did see Moffitt back on opening day on May 25th, where he tossed 4 innings, allowed 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. As he winds and fires, the 1-1 pitch on the way is a fastball outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moffitt's had some tough luck this year as well. He mentioned the last outing against Sioux Falls, allowed 3 runs, none of them earned. Another instance against the Moo on the 24th, allowed 4 runs, none of them earned. So the 2-1 pitch is on its way. Swinging a ground ball wide at first. That's going to get into right field for a base hit. So Justin Cooper starts things off with a single to right, as that puts a leadoff base runner on first base here for the Sabre Dogs. And the first baseman, Jelly, instead of trying to reach out for this one, took a couple steps to his left to cover first base, which opened up a wide open right side of the infield. It was probably only Jelly's ball, or I should say Jelly only had the only chance to get this one, but Cooper will take it. A hit for him after walking 3 times yesterday. So here's Bo Brewer, 0 for 2 last night with an RBI and a sac fly to right. Righty on right here. Brewer shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike over the middle of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Brewer hitting .442, a homer, now 49 RBIs on the year, 1 run batted in away from reaching 50 on the year. 18 stolen bases for him as well. Moffitt comes set first base side of the chest, kicks and delivers. The 0-1 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 2, good spot. No balls, 2 strikes. Sabre Dogs were able to break things open back in the 4th inning yesterday with 5 runs of their own. Was aided by a really controversial play at third base where Justin Cooper was heading from second to third. Third baseman Sorensen tried to apply the tag on Cooper. So a quick move over to first base. Cooper dives back in safely. And he whiffed the tag. Robbie Lawlin, the head coach for the Whiskey Jacks, argued that Cooper had gone out of the baseline, at least it looked like. But the second base umpire at the time, and Tony Archina, said he didn't. So that allowed the inning to continue, and the Sabre Dogs would pounce on for more, all with 2 outs. So the 0-2 is on its way. Breaking ball softly chopped behind the plate. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. Your umpires tonight, Paul Sedicase will man the field. Tony Archina will call balls and strikes behind home plate. The crew of the Sabre Dogs have seen for the past week now over in Dickinson as well. Cooper takes his lead from first base. 13 still in the bags on the year. He is not afraid to run. Moffitt from the stretch again. Ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Kicks and delivers. Pitch on the ways. A fastball to the backstop as it hits the turf and rolls behind the catcher and Stein. Waltzing into second base. Standing up goes Justin Cooper. That'll be ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Cooper in scoring position here for the Expedition League leader in RBIs in Bo Brewer. Alan Greer, the right fielder, on deck. Then Dalton Leblanc here as Moffitt looks to escape an early jam. Sabre Dogs were able to do so. It was Dalton LeBlanc who surrendered a couple of walks to load the bases, but was able to get out of the jam after retiring the Whiskey Jacks third baseman Jackson Sorensen on 3 pitches. Got him swinging on a high breaking ball. Moffitt looking to emulate the same here. Cooper takes his lead from second base. Still nobody out. Scoreless bottom of the first. Moffitt from the first base side comes set at the chest. Kicks and delivers his 1-2 pitch on the way. So we're going to ground ball up the middle. Past it. No, it's stopped by the second baseman Sitzman, who gets to his feet, throws to first base. That is in time to retire Brewer for out number 1. What a play by Sitzman, the second baseman. Dove to his backhanded side up the middle, taking a hit away from Brewer. Got to his feet, threw an in-between hop to the first baseman Jelly, who picked it cleanly for out number 1. So that'll be a 4-3 put out. A nice play. Advances Cooper to third. And again, if Moffitt can get out of this, that play will be huge, because if that gets past the second baseman Sitzman, Cooper likely scores from second base for an RBI single. First pitch on the way to Alan Greer is swung on and fouled straight back off the backstop for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Whiskey Jacks have made some nice plays defensively. Not only Sitzman right there, but last night as well, the third baseman and McKee made a couple of nice plays. If you go back to game 1, Sorensen made a diving play back late in that ballgame to rob Ethan Moore of an extra base hit. So the infield flashing the leather here in this series for Wheat City. So the 0-1 is on its way, swinging a high chopper to the right side of the infield. It will be well foul for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. We're hitting .315, 2 homers, 35 RBIs on the year, 26 still in the bags as well. It was 1 for 5 yesterday. Looking for a big base knock right now to give the Sabre Dogs their first lead of the night. Again, scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. Moffitt from the stretch, first base side. Kicks and delivers. His next pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good fastball to the right hand of Moffitt. About knee high in the outside corner. Blew it past the bat of Greer for out number 2. Strikeout number 1 of the night for Moffitt, as that'll bring up Dalton Leblanc to the plate now here with 2 away. So the Sabre Dogs more than likely going to take a base hit to score Justin Cooper from third base. Leblanc picked up a big knock yesterday. Was 1 for 3. That one hit was the 2-run double, a ground rule double with the bases loaded out to left center field. One of the hardest balls we've seen hit by the big right-hander this summer so far. First pitch on the way is a fastball down away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Leblanc hitting .258, 2 homers, 33, make that 23 RBIs. 6 stolen bags to his name as well. Infield playing back with 2 outs. Cooper takes a walking lead from third base. Moffitt from the stretch, first base side, pauses at the chest again. Kicks and fires the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball, swinging a soft chopper, fouled straight back. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good for Dalton Leblanc. He's been able to add about 30, 40 points to his batting average. Was down about at 220 as recently as about a week and a half ago. When the Sabre Dogs got back home, played the Trappers, he started to heat up, and it's been a big reason why they've been able to pick up 5 wins through their first 9 games in the second half. Moffitt kicks and fires his 1-1. Fastball misses up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. So 16 pitches so far here for Moffitt in the bottom of the first inning. Command has not been an issue for him so far, which is a good sign for the Whiskey Jacks. We mentioned walks have been a struggle for him, but he's been able to get ahead in a couple of counts here and do some contact, as well as the strikeout to Greer. Next pitch, swinging a line drive right field. This one's down for a base hit as it kicks off the line and rolls to the wall. Cooper will score. Bowling rounding first. He's heading for 2. He'll stop there. An RBI double for Dalton Leblanc as that gets the Sabre Dogs on the board for the first time tonight. It's 1-0 here in the bottom of the first inning. Bowling's second RBI double in as many nights. RBI number 24 on the year. Good piece of hitting. Again, we've talked about his approach the last week and a half or so. Not afraid to take the ball the other way with some authority, might I add. And that was a hard slicing line drive down the right field line. That brought home Cooper to score with 2 outs. Sabre Dogs not done yet. Bowling in scoring position now for Colin Hannigan. The catcher coming to the plate. A couple days off for him. Was 0 for 2 in his last start against the Big Sticks in Dickinson. Moffitt from the stretch, first base side. Lifts and delivers. First pitch is a fastball down away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hannigan hitting .348, a homer and 14 RBIs. 2 stolen the bags on the year. Bowling increasing his depth in his lead at second base, ready to set an angled around third if Hannigan can reach the outfield here. Moffitt from the stretch, first base side. Kicks and fires the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Moffitt. Top of the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hannigan will be representing the Sabre Dogs, one of 7 Sabre Dogs, in fact, that will be representing Souris Valley in the All-Star game this year. Fantastic offensive numbers, particularly for a catcher as well. As Moffitt kicks and delivers, the next pitch on the way, swinging a pop-up, slicing out a play down the right field line, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Moffitt looking to limit the damage here to just 1 run. 20th pitch of the inning coming up for the Whiskey Jacks right-hander. When we head to the top of the second, it'll be 7, 8, and 9 for Wheat City. Vogelstrom, Stein, and Bittner as they look to chip into this deficit. Moffitt wearing 23 on his back, tilts him for the side, and settles at the belt. Here's his 1-2 pitch on the way to Hannigan, swinging a soft ground ball past the mound. Shortstop and Bittner charges, picks it up with his glove, throws to first on the run. That is not in time. Here comes Bowling to the plate. He dives in safely. That'll be an RBI infield single for Colin Hannigan. Heads up base running from Bowling, who was going on contact with 2 outs, and he never stopped. Hannigan was able to beat it out, runs well down the first base line. The first baseman in Jelly did not seem to be happy with the call from the field umpire and Paul Sedekase. And again, I think that he was focusing on the call more than the fact that Bowling could have been rounding third base on that play, which he did, and he was able to take advantage of that. Come around to score for the second run of the night for the Sabre Dogs. It's 2-0 now in the bottom of the first inning. An RBI for Hannigan, his 15th on the year. Looks like they'll rule that E6 on the shortstop Bittner. The first pitch is swung on and grounded to the right side. Second baseman Sitzman to his left, picks it up, throws to first base. That is in time to retire Williams for out number 3. So that will end the inning, but the Sabre Dogs pick up 2 runs here in the bottom of the first inning. That sends us to the top of the second. 2-0, Souris Valley, your score.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101 3rd Street Southeast, Minot, or call 701-839-2886.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone. Visit planetpizzaindy.com for more details.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a 15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100%.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember,
Top half of the second inning, 2-0 Sabre Dogs, your score on 3 hits back in that bottom of the first. A double from Dalton Leblanc, an RBI infield single from Cullen Hannigan that drove around Dalton Leblanc from second base. So LeBlanc has an early lead here. His first pitch on the way to Houston Fogelstrom is swung on and popped up shallow right center. Ethan Moore, the second baseman, backpedaling onto the turf, now readjusts in onto the infield grass, making the infield dirt to make the catch with 2 hands for out number 1. Looks like the wind took control of that one. We mentioned it's blowing in from straightaway center. Now it seems to be blowing out a little bit towards right center. Moore again backpedaled onto the outfield turf. Looks like he had it in his tracks, then had to sprint in back towards the infield to make the catch between the first and second base bags. So early out here, 1 out. That brings up Rhett Stein to the plate as he swings at the first pitch, pops it foul off to the right side and out of play for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Stein was 0 for 3 last night, got the start behind the dish with the strikeout. 274, a homer, 14 RBIs for him on the year. LeBlanc winds and fires his 0-1 pitch on the way, swing and a foul, straight back, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So LeBlanc very aggressive with the strike zone here early on to open up this frame here. In fact, 3 pitches, 3 strikes thus far. Dean Bittner, the 9-hole hitter, and shortstop on deck. LeBlanc faced 6 batters in that first inning, leaved out of a bases-loaded jam. After a couple of walks in 85, again, the Whiskey Jacks still looking for the first base knock. LeBlanc winds and fires. The 0-2 is a fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. For the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the second inning, they'll send up 7, 8, and 9 in their own lineup as well. Moore, Schaefer, and Anderson as they'll look to add on. Here's the 1-2 from LeBlanc on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a miss for strike 3. Gets away from Hannigan, plucks it up by the first base on deck circle, throws to first a bit wide, but Brewer will apply the tag on the first base bag with his glove for out number 2. Quite a wild play, but the Sabre Dogs were able to stick with it. Again, a breaking ball in the dirt that Stein went after. Hannigan tried to block it, rolled towards his right, towards the first base dugout, was able to pick it up cleanly with his bare hand. Through to first base, it faded a bit arm side as it took Brewer into foul territory, who made the catch, knew he had time, then readjusted, pivoted towards his right, and slapped the bag with his glove. The ball, of course, in it for out number 2. So strikeout number 2 of the night for LeBlanc. First pitch on the way to Dean Bittner is a strike over the middle of the plate. No balls, 1 strike. Bittner 1 for 3 yesterday with a walk, ending 273, 14 RBIs in the year. LeBlanc from the third base side, twists and fires. His 0-1 delivery on the way. Swinging a bounding ball to short. Cooper charges, picks it up on a couple of hops, sets his feet, throws across to first base. That's going to be in time to retire Bittner and retire the side as well. Speedy inning for LeBlanc as he sets down the bottom of the Whiskey Jacks lineup in order 1, 2, 3. First time either side has faced the minimum tonight. That sends us to the bottom of the second inning. 2-0 Sabre Dogs, your score. Ethan Moore will lead it off for Souris Valley when we come back.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone. Visit planetpizzaND.com for more details.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a 15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you.
Bottom half of the second inning, 2-0 Sabre Dogs, your score. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Souris Valley here against Jack Moffitt, the tall right-hander here for the Whiskey Jacks. Moffitt faced 6 men in the first inning. The big knocks, a double to Dalton Leblanc that brought around Cooper to score from third, and then the RBI infield single off the bat of Cullen Hannigan. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Good fastball from Moffitt up and in as it tied up Moore and Knox. Morning 216 now, 5 homers, 30 RBIs. As Moffitt turns, kicks, and fires. His 0-1 pitch on the way is a fastball up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. His last start went 1 for 5 with a run batted in. A right-hander with a lot of pop, leading the ball club in long balls as well as Moffitt turns, lifts and delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball, swinging a high fly ball, slicing well to play for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morgan in to start at second base tonight. We've seen him at a flux of different positions on the field. First base, second base, third base. As he steps back into the right-hander's batter's box, wide open stance. Moffitt winds and fires his 1-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses upstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We talked about LeBlanc's pace and how quickly he was working. Moffitt working at quite a quick pace as well here tonight. With nobody on here and nobody out, opening up this bottom of the second inning. He holds the glove in front of his face, shakes once. Now nods, shrugs his shoulders, pauses. The 2-2 on the way. Swing and a foul up to the right side. Grazes over the head of the on-deck circle in Jaden Schaefer. Count will hold at 2-2 here. Moore digs back in, swinging a black bat tonight, waving that back and forth towards the direction of Moffitt. Now carries it above his right shoulder. The 2-2 again. Swing and a foul off the fist, straight back. 2 strikes still here on the Sabre Dogs second baseman. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Whiskey Jacks. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Souris Valley so far. Those 3 hits, a single for Cooper, a double for Bowling, and the single from Hannigan. Moffitt from the third base side. Turns, kicks, and fires. The 2-strike pitch one more time. Breaking ball just misses inside. It'll be ball 3 as the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Wind breezing up here in the broadcast booth right now, and it's the same over on the field, blowing aggressively out towards right center. Moffitt pauses, glove in front of his face. 3-2 again. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Moffitt bringing out the sword right there as he got Ethan Moore to pitch or chase a pitch up and in for his second strikeout of the night. So 1 down here in this bottom of the second inning. That'll bring up Jaden Schaefer to the plate. Schaefer, I think 222 now, 14 RBIs in the year. Picked up an RBI back in his last start a couple nights ago. That was over in Wheat City where he started at second base. Moffitt winds and fires. His first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Moffitt looking for a much quicker inning here. Pitch count at about 30 pitches or so through an inning and a third. Looking to get into this ball game as deep as he can. 1-0 pitch. Fastball sizzles across the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1. Schaefer, a left-handed hitter in the DH spot tonight. We've seen him in that role a couple times now the last week and a half or so. Very versatile. Can also play all around the infield diamond. 1-1 pitch on the way. Misses down low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. This game 3 of this 3-game set here between the Whiskey Jacks and the Sabre Dogs started in Grand Forks on the road back on Friday. Game 2 was yesterday here at Corbett. Sabre Dogs won that one 7-4. So the 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled off the knee pad of the catcher and Stein for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count here with 1 down. Game 1 was another close one, a 4-2 Sabre Dogs win. Suval picking up the save. Bratzett the win. Was dominant through 6 innings, did not allow a run. Moffitt twists and tosses, the 2-2 on the way. Swinging a hard line drive, foul off to the left side into the parking lot as it rolls towards the house. Count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So there's a souvenir for someone there living in the neighborhood, parallel to the third base side. Get a nice baseball with an Expedition League commemorative logo on it. Moffitt leans in, comes set, nods his head in agreement with Stein. Turns, lifts and delivers. The 2-2 on the way. Swinging a soft ground ball, third base side. Sorensen rages to his left. It's Bittner, the shortstop, who picks it up on the run. His throw over to first base is in time to retire Schaefer. Route number 2. Nice play by Bittner. Again, a pitch on the inside corner that sawed off the left-handed hitting Schaefer, who runs fairly well. Bittner had to charge it aggressively, threw on the run to first base. It was in time to retire Schaefer by about a step. Maybe even less for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the second. Good start for Moffitt. He's now retired 3 in a row. That brings up Reese Anderson to the plate. Anderson in center field once again tonight. Moffitt from the wide. Kicks and delivers his first pitch on the way. Anderson shows bunt, pushes it down to the right side, but it will be foul as it rolls towards the first base dugout. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. Anderson was 1 for 3 yesterday, drove in the first run of the night for Souris Valley, an RBI double to right center field. Now hitting .221, 4 runs batted in on the year, 3 stolen bases as well. Takes a step out of the box, adjusts his helmet as he digs back in. Moffitt winds and fires. His 0-1 delivery on the way. Breaking ball, good one as it bends in at the knees for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. A lot of horizontal movement on that pitch, starting at the front shoulder of Anderson, gliding all the way to the middle third of the plate. So Moffitt ahead big time here. No balls, 2 strikes with 2 down. He turns, kicks, fires, pitch on the way. Swing and a line drive foul off to the right side. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. I don't know how Anderson got to that one right there. It was a pitch up and in, likely with some arm side run on it. Anderson was well laid. He's just able to sneak the label of the bat inside the zone right there to spoil it foul. The count stays at 0-2. Moffitt winds and fires. His pitch on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Gets away from the catcher's stride. Can't find it. Picks it up. Throws to first base over the head of Anderson. Tough lane for him. But the throw is in time and on line as Jelly makes the catch for out number 3. Jack Moffitt, a fantastic inning. Picks up strikeouts number 2 and 3 of the night. All have been swinging as he sets down the Sabre Dogs in order. We get to the top of the third. 2-0 Souris Valley, your score, as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs radio network.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a 15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits the ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There is a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like you would at home. Because you deserve it that way. And there's a reason it's made fresh when you order and served hot, because that is their promise to you. Come see us at Slim Chickens or order online at slimchickens.com.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Top half of the third inning, 2-0 Sabre Dogs, your score. Dalton LeBlanc out for his third inning. The work was fantastic back in the second frame. Set down the side in order, picked up his second strikeout in just 7 pitches. So after a lengthy 25-plus pitch first inning, makes quick work in the second as the first pitch on the way to Caleb McDowell swung on and line down the right field side and foul for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. McDowell 0 for 1, flew out to right field to open up the ball game. As Blanc winds and fires, his 0-1 pitch on the way. Inside as McDowell scoots out of the way for ball 1. Count even at 1-1. 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup due up here for Wheat City. McDowell, Sitzman, and Jelly. LeBlanc twists and tosses. His 1-1. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying towards the third base side. The second time this year, LeBlanc has been able to pull the string with a changeup and get someone to throw the bat. So he's ahead, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pretty emphatically as well, as McDowell will get his bat back from one of his teammates. Doesn't apply any pine tar on it. I think he was just out in front by a lot right there. That is the pure definition of pulling the string. LeBlanc looking to finish the at-bat with a strikeout. He winds and fires, pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses up and away, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He did so, I should say he induced a swing and a miss with a bat flying out of the hands of a hitter back against Fremont at Moore Field a couple Sundays ago, in fact. So LeBlanc turns and tosses, the 2-2 on the way, swinging a hard fly ball down the right field side and foul. Count holds at 2-2. In fact, LeBlanc, the way it's lined up, the last few starts have all been on Sundays for him. In fact, his last 3 ranging back to that start at Moore Field. He's set at the belt, third base side. Shakes once, now twice, now winds in agreement. His 2-2. Swinging a bounding ball to short. Cooper plays it on the long hop, fields it head high, steps across, throws to first base. That is in time to retire McDowell for out number 1. 6-3 put out opens up this top of the third inning. That is now 5 in a row retired by LeBlanc. He's starting to get into a little bit of a groove right here. After struggling in that first inning, got out unscathed. Best we've seen him in a few starts now, at least so far here through 2 1/3 of an inning's work. So here's Ethan Sitzman to the plate. He's 0 for 1, reached on an E5 by the third baseman and Dalton Leblanc his last time up. LeBlanc from the line. His first pitch, fastball, misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Wind continues to blow hard now out towards right center. In fact, LeBlanc's jersey tugging in the wind as he winds and fires the next pitch. Breaking ball misses down and in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors for Wheat City. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Souris Valley thus far. Here's the wind. The next pitch on the way. Swinging a hard line drive, foul off to the right side. Count moves to 2 balls and 1 strike. For the Sabre Dogs, due up next frame in what will be the bottom of the third. They'll send up 1, 2, and 3. Cooper, Brewer, and Greer. Again, looking for some insurance here. Whiskey Jacks have shown some resilience the last couple of nights here. Trailing 4-0, were able to make it a 4-2 ball game back on Friday night. Made it as close as a 7-4 ball game late in that ball game yesterday evening. LeBlanc winds and fires. 2-1, swinging a hard ground ball. Past a diving Bowling down the left field line for a base hit, likely more. Sitzman taps first. He's heading for 2. Here's the throw back in from Williams. It's cut off by the shortstop and Cooper. That'll be a 1-out double for Ethan Sitzman, his first hit of the night. He's now reached base twice. 1 for 2 in total, as that puts him in scoring position with 1 down. Nice effort by Bowling down the third base line. A hard steamer in his direction, laid out to his right. Looked like it maybe glanced off the very edge of his glove. Either way, would have likely been a double. So that brings up Jake Jelly to the plate, who has a lot of pop and represents the tying run now. Here, down by 2 with 1 down. Owen Viano, the left fielder, on deck. Fantastic spot for Robbie Lawlins' Whiskey Jacks here, with the middle of their order approaching. LeBlanc pauses at the belt, third base side. Long hold as he kicks and fires his first pitch on the way. Weak wave of the miss on a breaking ball that Jelly was out in front of for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Jelly hit the ball on the screws his last time up, a hard line drive to right, but was robbed by a nice diving catch from Alan Greer, laying out towards the right field line to take a base hit away, maybe even 2. If that ball got past him, it would have been a much more difficult situation for LeBlanc to weave out of. He's set from the third base side. Kicks and delivers the 0-1. Another weak swing and a miss on a breaking ball that Jelly was well out in front of for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, and his chest was facing the party deck down the third base line after that hack. So LeBlanc has him in the palm of his hand. No balls, 2 strikes. We'll see if he triples up with that breaking ball or tries to speed him up with a fastball up and out of the zone. Sitzman takes his lead from second, has good speed. LeBlanc settles at the belt, third base side. Long hold as he looks in and fires the 0-2. Fastball misses outside, likely the intent. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. As mentioned, Viano, the cleanup hitter, on deck here. That double from Sitzman, the first hit of the night for Wheat City, in fact. We sit with 1 down in this top of the third. LeBlanc pauses at the belt again. Long hold this time as he kicks and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, cued off the end of the bat, fouled straight back as it hits off the ceiling of the grandstands behind home plate and rolls back towards the first base dugout. Count will hold at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So there was another example of LeBlanc trying to catch Jelly out in front, putting a wrinkle on a pitch right there. Jelly was out in front, was able to just get a piece. And it seems like that's been the key approach here, second time around against the middle of this Whiskey Jacks lineup. Sitzman takes a walking lead from second base. LeBlanc settles at the belt, third base side. His 1-2 on the way. Swinging a high slicing drive down the right field side, out of play. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. So after the inning started with a quick ground out off the bat of the designated hitter Caleb McDowell with the shortstop and Cooper, LeBlanc gives up a double, and he's in the midst of a lengthy plate appearance here against a tough opponent in Jake Jelly. LeBlanc steps back on the rubber with his left foot, plants with his right, glove tucked into his right hip, ball dangling in his left hand. He now brings the glove and ball together, comes set at the belt. Kicks, fires, the 1-2 on the way, swinging a hard line drive, steamed down the line. That's fair as it rolls towards the corner. Rounding third and heading for home is Sitzman. He will score. In the second goes Jelly with an RBI double. And that cuts the Whiskey Jacks deficit in half. It's now 2-1 Souris Valley here in the top of the third inning as Jake Jelly continues to have himself a series. Back-to-back doubles for the Whiskey Jacks. Both down the left field line. This one just stayed fair inside that left field chalk. For Jelly, that's his 26th run batted of the year. Now has 2 extra base hits in the last 2 nights. So Jelly now the tying run in scoring position at second base here with 1 down. Here comes Owen Viano, who walked back in the first inning. The first of what would be back-to-back walks out of the left hand of LeBlanc. That set up a bases-loaded spot. Jelly takes his lead from second base. LeBlanc pauses at the belt, kicks and delivers the first pitch. Swinging a high fly ball right field, slicing away from Greer as he ranges towards his left. It'll fly into the home bullpen for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Whiskey Jacks struggling offensively this year, but have not really shown that here in this series. Again, combined 6 runs for their first 2 ball games. Have scored 231 runs. That's good for 10th in the EL compared to the Sabre Dogs, who are number 1 and 384. LeBlanc settles at the belt again. Long hold as the pace is slowed down. His 0-1. Swinging a bounding ball to third. Fielded on an in-between hop by Bowling. Picks it up with his backhand. Throws to first base. That is in time to retire Viano for out number 2. Meanwhile, on the play, advancing the third goes Jelly, as he's now 90 feet away, representing the tying run. 5-3 putout. They get heads-up base running by Jelly at second base. Waited for Bowling to make the throw. Once he saw him throw across, took off towards third base. And there was no chance for Brewer to nab him with a snap throw to third. So Langley looking to record his first official at-bat. Would be nothing better than an RBI base hit. Here's the first pitch on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Langley walked back in the first inning. A right-handed hitter in right field tonight. Yesterday got the start at first base. It was Viano who's in right field. This evening now Viano in left. So the next pitch on the way is on the inside corner. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So LeBlanc a strike away from weaving out of trouble again. Has already allowed 1 run on 2 hits in this frame on back-to-back doubles from Jelly and Sitzman. Here's the 0-2 from LeBlanc on the way. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Good breaking ball blocked by Hannigan. Plucks it up with his bare hand. Finds a lane. Throws to first base. It is in time to retire Langley and retire the side as well. Strikeout number 3 of the night for LeBlanc. All have been swinging. The second time he's ended the inning with a punch out as well. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. 1 runner left on here for Wheat City in the top of the third. That sends us to the bottom of the third. 2-1, Souris Valley, your score.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Forebears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Forebears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments, big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday Night Whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the
bottom half of the third inning, 2-1, Souris Valley, your score. Jack Moffitt out for his third frame of work tonight after a very good second, very efficient, struck out 2 batters, face the minimum. Still get the top of the Sabre Dogs lineup for the second time. Here's Justin Cooper to lead it off, who singled on a ground ball to right field his last time up. Moffitt winds and fires. The first pitch is a breaking ball that just misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Got a brand new ball game now. 2-1 your score. Back-to-back doubles for the Whiskey Jacks from the middle of their order. Sitzman and Jelly. It's the 1-0 pitch is a fastball, knee-high outside corner, strike 1. Count even out 1 ball and 1 strike now. Cooper in this series 0 for 3, has walked 5 times. That'll help out the on-base clip. As Moffitt covers his face with his glove, kicks and fires the 1-1. Swing and a foul straight back. Caught on the rebound by the on-deck hitter in Alan Greer. Barehanded grab. He's made a couple of web gems tonight, a diving grab in right field, and then a nice barehanded grab in the on-deck circle right there. 1 ball, 2 strikes here with nobody out as Cooper digs back in. Moffitt looking for his 4th K. He kicks and fires, the 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt, smothered by the catcher and Stein as he slides to his right. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes here with nobody down. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for Wheat City. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Souris Valley. Moffitt, the tall right-hander, climbs up the hill, steps into the rubber with 2 feet. Shrugs his shoulders as he comes set and pauses in front of his face. The 2-2 on the way. Breaking ball grounded to first. Diving stop by the first baseman, Jelly. He will get to 2 feet, take it to first base unassisted for out number 1. Nice play by Jelly. This ball had some English on it. Looked like maybe it was hit off the end of the bat as he had to slide to his left, fielded on an in-between hop. Almost blocked it like a catcher in a way. Just trying to keep it in front of him. Was able to field it cleanly, and with that had plenty of time to retire Cooper at first base for out number 1. 3 unassisted put out. That is now 5 in a row retired for Moffitt. Here comes Bo Brewer, who grounded out to the second baseman Sitzman, was robbed of a base hit and likely an RBI, and a nice diving play. First pitch on the way, breaking ball, slices across the middle of the plate for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. If the run did come around to score, it would have been Brewer's 50th run batted in the year. Did advance Cooper to third base, who would come around to score on the bowling RBI double. 0-1, swinging a soft ground ball to short. Bittner charges, picks it up on a couple of hops, steps across, throws to first base. That is in time to retire Brewer for out number 2. So Jack Moffitt now in a groove here after a tough first inning. He is now retired 6 in a row. Looking to make it 7 in another 1-2-3 inning as he faces the 3-hole hitter for Souris Valley and Alan Greer. Greer 0 for 1, struck out swinging back in the first inning, down 1 for his last 6. That was Moffitt's first punch out of the night. Moffitt twists and tosses. His first pitch is a fastball that pumps the knee-high inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. That ball popping out of the right hand of Moffitt this evening as Greer steps back in. Nods his head in agreement. Quick pace form. 0-1. Swing and a foul off the catcher and Stein as it rolls to the backstop for strike 2. Moffitt climbs quickly ahead at no balls and 2 strikes. Moffitt ended his last inning with a K to Reese Anderson. Looking to end this frame with a K to the All-Star and Alan Greer. He settles, turns, kicks, and fires. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a looper foul off to the right side, out of play. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. Moffitt at just about 50 pitches through 2 2/3 of an inning's work. With the pace he's going on, likely can make it through 5, if not 6, assuming it keeps on this efficiency. Sabre Dogs looking to get to this right-hander here for the first time since the first. Nods his head in agreement with Stein. Turns, kicks, and fires. The 0-2 again. Fastball, down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Maybe an off-speed pitch right there. Maybe looked to have taken some off on it. As he climbs off the hill, throws the ball back into his glove, resets here. Greer digs back into the right-hander's batter's box, looking to protect. Moffitt comes set again, bowling on deck. He winds and fires. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball in the dirt, hops up in the air, rolls towards the third base dugout. Ball 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is running wild again. 2 runs on the night for Souris Valley. Number 2, Alan Greer at the plate for his second at-bat. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Moffitt from the wind again. Shakes once, now nods. Turns, lifts and delivers his 2-2. Fastball just a smidge off the outside corner. Ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Close spot. Moffitt was ready to come off the mound with some excitement right there. Took a big step towards the third base dugout, but he'll have to reset here and throw at least 1 more pitch to Alan Greer. Greer digs back in. Count now full at 3-2. Moffitt shrugs his shoulders as he comes set. The payoff pitch in the way. Swinging a line drive over the leaping head of the second baseman Sitzman in a right center field 4-base hit. Cut off by the right fielder Lingley, who gets it back in quickly. So Alan Greer piecing together a quality at-bat. Picks up his first hit of the night, second here at home in the last 2 evenings. Quite an at-bat. Tough break for Moffitt after almost ringing up Greer on a quality pitch on the outside corner with a heater. Greer gets another chance. It's a hard line drive into right center field, taking it the way it's tossed. So he's now at first with great speed, 26 stolen bases on the year for Dalton Bowling, who's been swinging it well in this series. Moffitt from the stretch, first base side. Kicks and fires. First pitch is a breaking ball line to center. Vogelstrom coming in. A couple steps to his right will make the catch chest high. That will retire the side. Sabre Dogs send up 4 men to the plate. Cannot bring around a run to score on 1 hit. No errors. 1 runner left on. That sends us to the second third of this contest tonight. Top of the 4th coming up. 2-1 Souris Valley. Your score.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments, big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, top half of the 4th inning. 2-1 Sabre Dogs, your score. Dalton LeBlanc out for his 4th inning of work. We're joined by a special guest here in the booth, going to be Drew Miller, one of the Sabre Dogs sluggers here. You almost did a home run yesterday, Drew, by the way. How'd that one feel? Just a smidge in front of the right field wall.
Yeah, that one felt pretty good. You know, I felt like I put a good swing on it. I think it just kind of hung up in the wind a little bit and didn't quite have the legs to get out of here, but...
Good night for a left-hander hit this evening. The wind blowing hard out towards right as LeBlanc fires the next pitch. Weak swinging a chopper down the first base side. Strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes. Now, we had Colin Hannigan up here a couple weeks ago for the first in-game player interview, and of course Dalton LeBlanc was on the mound. We have him here again, and he works faster than anyone, so this is going to be a tough one here. But as a player, it's got to be fun on the field with a guy working with a quick pace.
Oh, for sure. And when Dalt's filling it up in the zone, it's really fun to play behind him. He gets another strikeout there. Yeah, he's seems like he's on tonight, Max.
Does seem like he's on tonight. Just 1 run now allowed through 3 1/3. That's strikeout number 4 in the night. 2 in a row for LeBlanc. Sets him down on 3 pitches. So that'll bring up Houston Vogelstrom to the plate, the center field tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out the second. Now, Drew, we've talked about this before. You have experience in the broadcast booth. I don't know about baseball because you've been playing it your whole life, but it was basketball, right?
Yeah, so whenever I was in high school, I was a play-by-play commentator for our basketball team for a couple years, so I've been up in the booth, and, you know, I think you do a great job, one of the best that I've ever heard, honestly.
Thank you. Well, we got to get your play-by-play here soon. LeBlanc's working quickly, so we'll wait for the bottom of the 4th inning to get you in the play-by-play tonight. But do you think baseball would be harder than basketball? A little bit slower. Basketball, obviously, very fast-paced.
Yeah, I definitely think baseball might be a little tougher just because you got to fill a lot of space, you know, and especially the way you do it with the little radio style. You know, you're giving all the details of the games, even for the people listening on the radio. So I definitely think baseball would be a little tougher than basketball.
You got it, though. I mean, you're going to Wichita State to play baseball. That's some high esteem right there. So the 1-2 pitch is on its way. Breaking ball swinging a high pop up first base side, foul territory. Brewer will give it a look. It'll slice out a play. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Have you ever given a shot before? Just mute the TV, give it a try. I know you're a big MLB The Show guy as well. You know, hit a clutch bomb in Diamond Dynasty, maybe getting a call out there.
Yeah, get a little experience in on the mic for sure. You know, I do play a lot of MLB The Show. I was actually grinding this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. How's the DD team looking?
Oh, it's looking pretty good right now. You know, they just released a lot of new good diamond players, and my team's looking pretty solid.
1-2 on the way. Fastball on the inside corner, 4 strike 3. Dalton LeBlanc also looking pretty good tonight. That's now 3 straight strikeouts, 5 on the night, 2 up, 2 down here in this top of the 4th inning. Dalton LeBlanc had a Diamond Dynasty card. What's his rating right now? Putting you on the spot right here.
Yeah, I think definitely tonight I'd have to give him maybe like a 90 diamond card or something like that. Just that fastball slider.
A tops now card.
For sure.
All right, I like it. And is he on your Diamond Dynasty team? Is he good enough with a 90 from the left side?
I think he would be right now, honestly. I mean, as a lefty arm, whenever he's on with that fastball, he can really tunnel that slider good. It's pretty tough to hit.
Pretty good analysis right there as the next pitch is swung on it, popped up to the right side, out of play. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Once again, 2-1 Sabre Dogs, your score, top of the 4th inning. No balls, 2 strikes the count. Here with 2 outs is Dalton LeBlanc looking to K the side in order here to complete his 4th inning of work. He's just allowed 1 run tonight. Stein digs back to the box. Already a strikeout victim once tonight that came back in the 2nd. LeBlanc turns, kicks, and fires. The 0-2 pitch in the way. Fastball runs inside. That's going to hit Stein on the front shoulder as he'll take first base. First hit batter surrendered by LeBlanc this evening. Tried to get the fastball inside right there. Missed a little bit as that brings up Dean Bittner to the plate. Now tell me how it's been playing here in Minot. Obviously, I'm assuming this was the first time you've been to Minot before here this summer. It's been super fun watching you guys play. Offense has been very prevalent through the first month and a half of the season, thanks to you as well. 4 homers on the year. How has it been playing and being in the middle of this lineup?
Oh, it's been great. I look forward to coming to the ball field every day. It's a great atmosphere here. Have great fans.
Swung on and hammered out to left field, ranging towards his right is Williams. He now lays out as he readjusts in to make the diving grab. Is that what would retire the side? Got to imagine the wind played a factor on that one. Williams ranging to his right, back towards the track, had to race back in towards the left field line, laid out, hung on to make the grab to retire the side. A quick inning for LeBlanc as that sends us to the bottom of the 4th. Drew Miller will be with us right back here at Corbett Field. 2-1 Souris Valley, your score.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, bottom half of the 4th inning, 2-1 Souris Valley, your score. Jack Moffitt out for his 4th inning of work, has been very good tonight. We're once again joined by Sabre Dogs outfielder, first baseman, DH, Drew Miller, the man of many positions here this season. Could be Colin Hannigan, Jordan Williams, and Ethan Moore due up here against Moffitt. Moffitt's looked good tonight, Drew, and you faced him back on opening night back on May 25th. What have you seen from this right-hander this evening?
Yeah, he's a really good arm. He's tall, so the ball's going to get on you really quick as a hitter, and you just got to be on time with that fastball with him because a lot of the stuff he throws is going to have some movement as well. So, if I'm a hitter right now, I'm just wanting to get up there and be on time with that fastball.
First pitch up, high ball 1. The next one on the way. Fastball misses up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Hannigan drove in a run with that infield single to the shortstop Bittner his last time up, where Bowling was running with his head up, scored all the way from second base. That gave the Sabre Dogs their second run of the night. They now lead with that second run, 2-1. Moffitt turns, kicks, and tosses. His 2-0 on the way to Hannigan. Fastball misses upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to count. All right, Drew, are you ready for the play-by-play? We'll give you the Jordan Williams at-bat next.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm ready.
And he's due to leave the yard as well, so
For
you're going to get a
sure.
home run call right here. As the 3-0 pitch is on its way. Fastball runs up and in for ball 4, so Hannigan will take the walk on 4 pitches. First walk surrendered by Jack Moffitt this evening, as that puts him at first base with nobody out. So without further ado, we're handing out the microphone to Drew Miller for the play-by-play. Take it away.
All right, Jordan Williams stepping up to bat here. He grounded out earlier in the game. I was talking to him before the game. He's just looking to be on time with that fastball as well. I think the Dogs are trying to see some pitches here so they can get this guy out of the game soon. Maybe take till they get a strike or just see something middle to be able to drive it. The 0-0. It'll be low, slider in the dirt.
All right, start him off with the breaking ball right there. So you said Williams is looking for something hard and straight right here? Drive
Yeah.
something into a gap? Okay.
Yep, he's looking to be on that fastball, get the barrel behind it here. Hopefully get something in that big left center gap. As he swings through a fastball right there. Oh, that's definitely getting on you if you're a hitter right now tonight. I don't know how tall he is, but...
Is it hard to pick up out of the hand as well? A little bit over the top?
Yeah, I remember the first time we faced him. It's pretty tough to pick up, and I can see, he's going to be a good pitcher at Gonzaga in the future for sure. So 1-1 squares the bunt, and that'll be a foul ball.
Trying to push that one, it looked like right there. Maybe the second baseman Sitzman raging a bit up the middle, trying to take advantage of that one.
Yeah, trying to manufacture a run here, so we can give LeBlanc a little cushion.
Absolutely. The starting pitching has been very good the last couple of weeks here for you guys as well.
Very good this series for sure. We had a great start by Kyle Bratzett at Wheat City, and then last night all around it was good. So 1-2 comes in, and that'll get through as the first baseman dives.
So there's Jordan Williams' first hit since his return to the lineup. Pushes a single in the right field, 4-base hit. That'll set up a first and second spot here with nobody out. Now for Jordan here, these are his first at-bats in a couple of weeks after a rib injury. Obviously just trying to find his timing back. I'm sure you've had situations in your baseball career, even just as simple as going from the winter all the way into your spring season, getting those live at-bats in a live game situation for the first time. What's it like trying to adjust and see the ball better out of the hand as you get your timing down?
Yeah, I think it's a big deal to see a lot of pitches when you're first coming back like this because timing is a huge deal.
First pitch on the way, down to the dirt ball, 1. 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, Jay Will actually did a great job right there of, being able to take that fastball the other way, knowing that he might get off speed in that count as well.
Sets up a first and second spot here with nobody out. As Drew mentioned, the Sabre Dogs looking for some insurance right here, just up by 1. Moffitt from the first base side. The rubber comes set. Hannigan takes his lead from second. Third baseman Sorensen in front of the bag as the next pitch is swung on and chopped foul as it rolls towards the third base dugout. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. So you're in a big spot like this right here, first and second, nobody out. What's your approach here against Moffitt? Are you also trying to take the ball the other way like Williams did just right there?
Yeah, I think as a lefty, you want to get something that can at least get that runner to third. So I'd be looking pull side right here, trying to get a fastball middle in, and just looking to drive it to the pull side. And I think for Ethan right here, he's going to look to see something up and hit it to right field as well.
Once again, being joined by Drew Miller here in the broadcast booth tonight. As Moffitt settles at the chest again, kicks, fires the 1-1 pitch. Swing the ground ball right side, fielded by Sitzman, flips to the shortstop, Bittner for 1. His relay to first base is going to be late as it pulls the first baseman Jelly off the bag. So Ethan Moore will beat it out. It'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice. Williams eliminated on the play. Hannigan moves to third. First and third now with 1 down as that brings up Jaden Schaefer to the plate. So good work from Moore right there, hustling that one out. Almost looked like a tailor-made 4-6-3 twin killer. Again, 2-1 Sabre Dogs, your score. Bottom of the 4th inning as we're going to see a meeting at the mound. Head coach Robbie Lawlin now coming out to talk to his right-hander. We're seeing a righty warm up in the bullpen for the Whiskey Jacks. Moffitt currently at 65 pitches. Oh, it looks like he's just going to talk to the field umpire, Paul Sedekase, asking him to have a conversation with Tony Archina to see if Archina may have had a better angle on that play right there. Again, what did you see, Drew, right there? The first baseman, Jelly, reaching towards the right field side of the first base bag. The question, obviously, is if he did stand on the bag or not.
Yeah, it looked like he definitely could have pulled his foot off the bag for sure, and I think that's a great job by Ethan Moore. We've seen it now twice this game. Guys running really hard out of the box and putting some pressure on that defense. We saw it with Colin Hannigan earlier and then right there with Ethan Moore. And I think that just puts pressure on the defense, and right there it saves us an out. Got first and third with 1 out. Should be time to cash in here for the Dogs.
Not only that, but fly ball now does the job with 1 out instead of 2 here. Hannigan will take his lead from third base. Schaefer digs back to the box. He's 0 for 1, grounded out to the second baseman, Sitzman, in the second inning. Moffitt looking to escape trouble here. His first pitch on the way is swung on and softly lined down the left field side and foul. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. I was talking about this earlier. You have some versatility playing first base, outfield. You've been in the DH spot as well. We talked about it with Ethan Moore, who's been in the DH spot a couple times. Jaden Schaefer has versatility all around the diamond as well in the DH spot tonight. How important is that for you guys, especially in summer ball, just trying to get opportunities and be flexible on the diamond?
Yeah, I think that's a great thing to have because, you can throw out a different lineup every day and guys can play positions that they don't always play and still be fine and still be good on defense. So I think that just gives Coach Miklas a lot of options to be able to throw us out there on the field, and it's worked out well for us so far this year.
Moffitt pauses at the belt this time, now lifts it up and drops it to his chest. He comes set. Low 1-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball bites the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You've had some starts at first base this year. I know you don't have too much experience in that position. How has it been adjusting to that?
I've enjoyed it, honestly. I haven't played first too much in the past, but I've been glad to get to play it this summer some and get used to it, because that might be an option for me, in the future.
There goes Moore. Great jump. The 1-2 is down low. Throw down to second from Stein's not in time. Hannigan now racing for the plate. He's caught on a run down between home and third. He'll race back to third. Tag applied by the third baseman. Sorensen's in time. Hannigan doesn't like the call as he slaps the turf with his right hand. A very close play. And again, first and third right here. Moore just got a tremendous jump. I'm surprised the catcher and Stein even made a throw down there. The shortstop at Bittner then stepped in front of the bag, cut it off, and threw a strike to the catcher and Stein, but then snapped back to third base as Sorensen applied the tag on Hannigan. So a tough break right there. Hannigan caught at third base. That now puts Moore at second base here with 2 outs for Jaden Schaefer. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Moffitt, Siltzen for the sign. Going to take a base hit now to score Moore from second base. Moffitt comes set first base side, and after what was a first and third spot with 1 away, he could get out of this jam quite quickly now as the next pitch is down and in ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Drew, what did you see on that play? A little bit of a chaotic one right there. First and third can always get a little bit tricky.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to be stealing that bag right there if you're Ethan Moore. It takes the double play out of the equation, and then, if Cullen's still at third, that gives Schaefer the ability to now hit a ground ball or fly ball to score the run. Just unfortunate, though. Cullen trying to be aggressive right there, and he just comes back to bite us a little bit.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Moffitt, his payoff pitch on the way, swinging a soft chopper to short. Bittner picks it on the in-between hop, throws on the run to first. It's a bit wide, but the tag is applied by Jelly as he sprints towards the home plate side of the first base bag, applies the tag on Schaefer to retire the side. Nice pick by Bittner, a high-bounding chopper. A little bit of a birthday pick right there as he throws over to first base to end the inning. So the SaberDogs strand a couple of runners on base here in the 4th. Once again, thank you to Drew Miller coming up at the booth right here. Did a great.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley SaberDogs.
5th, 2-1, Souris Valley, your score.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive SaberDogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV SaberDogs and use the hashtag ScoDogs.
SaberDogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the SaberDogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley SaberDogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting what's important in life.
Hey SaberDog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pier Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with Dollar Dogs and watching your favorite ball.
Top half of the fifth inning, 2-1 Sabre Dogs, your score. Back here at Corbett Field, Game 3 of this three-game set. We were joined by Drew Miller in the fourth. Now we're with third baseman Steven Moretto. This is not your first rodeo here on the Sabre Dogs broadcast. You were with us for the hot dog rating segment back in the rain delay a couple days ago. Here you are for an inning. We're bringing you up here for the top of the fifth. How are things going? How's it feeling so far?
Pretty good. Dalton's working pretty quick, so this game's moving by pretty quickly, and he's throwing the ball real well today. He's able to locate multiple pitches for strikes, and just got to find a way to push a couple more runs across the board here, but it's going well so far.
First pitch to Caleb McDowell is fouled straight back. LeBlanc quickly back on the rubber, turns, kicks, tosses. The 0-1 is a breaking ball, backs up a bit, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. So now when you're in the batter's box here against the guy working at a quick pace, are you one to maybe try and slow down that approach, call time a little bit more often to take the control back to your side? What's your approach against a guy working this fast?
Just try and slow down pretty much and just kind of really focus on my breathing and just kind of slow my heart rate down, because the more uncomfortable you can make the pitcher on the mound, the better chance you have to be successful as a hitter, right? So, just slow down, catch my breath, and just be ready to hit pretty much. You know when he wants to work quickly, he wants to attack the strike zone.
2-1 pitch, misses inside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. So a hitter's count here for McDowell. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Flew out to right, grounded out to short. LeBlanc turns, kicks, and tosses. His 3-1 on the way is a fastball that misses inside, 4-4. So McDowell will take first base as that opens up this fifth inning. For LeBlanc on the night, that is his third walk, his first since he walked 2 back in the first. Now let's talk about your elbow a little bit. I know you got hit by a pitch a couple weeks ago. It sidelined you for about 5-6 games or so. How's your arm feeling right now? How's it feel taking hacks and so forth the last couple of nights?
It feels a lot better now. It's before, when I tried to extend through the pitch, or that was when I could feel super uncomfortable with my elbow. But no, I've been rehabbing it, getting some ice, and doing some compression stuff as well. So it's starting to feel a lot better, back to normal how it was before I got hit. So I'm pretty happy about that.
First pitch from LeBlanc on the way is a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike to count. Now walk me through, we talked about it with Drew a little bit, Jordan Williams coming back, trying to get his timing back. Did you deal with any of that? I know it was a shorter span of time, maybe about 5 or 6 games, but was it a little bit of a struggle getting back into the swing of things again?
Yeah, for sure. Just kind of just being comfortable in the box again after taking a little bit of time off. It's you're going well. I was swinging it decently well before I got hit, and then taking that time off, I just kind of felt a little uncomfortable. Didn't really trust my elbow to stay through the pitch away very much. So, but just the whole timing thing's a constant issue, whether you take some time off or you're playing every day. That's the whole thing of hitting, whether you can be on time or not, pretty much.
So when you can't swing a bat, when you have something, an issue with your elbow, let's say, for example, what are you doing in your free time when you are down and hurt to try and keep that timing alive or keep your swing going as well?
I hit some soft toss in the cage whenever I could, and I wasn't swinging at full intensity. And what I was trying to just really focus on my defense and pregame stuff, because I was able to take ground balls and throw across the diamond. So every day I wanted to take 50 or 100 ground balls, make a bunch of throws to second, to first, and just make sure I was sharp defensively. And then other than that, I was just trying to talk with a lot of the hitters and what they were feeling, and try and help them out as much as I possibly could. Things I saw, or they had questions about something.
That's something I really noticed a lot with you since you've arrived here for about 3 weeks or so, it seems like now, is that you've really taken a leadership role on this team. You obviously have a lot of experience, have played a lot of summer baseball as well. How important is it for you to pass your wisdom off to these younger guys and almost pass the torch a little bit to them as well?
Yeah, that's something I really like doing. One day I think I want to get into coaching once I'm done playing baseball. So I've grown up around the baseball field my whole life, so the whole time I've picked up a couple things, whether it was when I was in high school, when I was playing summer ball, or while I was back at school. So I just try to help guys as much as I can. If I see something, or if they have a question with something, a lot of guys will come up to me and ask me, hey, what'd you see on that swing and stuff like that. So anything I can do to help our guys be more successful, I'm more than willing to do it for sure.
2-2 from LeBlanc is a breaking ball upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Is there a specific adjustment that you've maybe given to a guy this year that's clicked for them?
Let me think. I talked to Bo a little bit. Bo was kind of rotating a little bit too much, his lower half, and me and Miklos were both talking to him about that. We talked about that, and then we were talking to Bowling when he was pushing his hands back. So I was like, just leave your hands where they are and just step to hit and step away from your hands. And the last couple weeks, I think, or I talked to him, and then the next day he hit the home run to right.
Oh, really?
Off homer, yeah, something like that. The next day or 2 days after that, I was like, hey, help somebody out, I guess.
All right, so we can give some credit to Steven Moretto on the walk-off 2-run blast from Dalton Leblanc. That's what we like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Here's the 3-2 one more time. It misses inside for ball 4, so back-to-back walks here for LeBlanc. First and second, nobody out. That puts the tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run at first base. So you mentioned that coaching is something that you're interested in going forward here in your baseball career. When did that start to sort of get in your mind a little bit? When did you start to have sort of aspirations for that?
Honestly, like my whole life, pretty much. Like I said, like I've grown up around the baseball field since I can remember pretty much. My grandpa was a coach in high school. He coached my older brother. And then I was like their bat boy for the team, so I would always be around
awesome.
them. And then my grandpa coached me as well throughout my whole baseball career, both in Little League and then in high school ball. And my cousin's a senior in high school, he just graduated last year, but he's still coaching. My grandpa's still coaching, throws BP 5 days a week at 75 years old. And so I just kind of want to follow in his footsteps, whether it's high school ball or college or even coaching in minor league baseball, whatever it is. I think it's just
absolutely
around baseball. I love being around the ball field every day. It's something I look forward to every day, so I think it just kind of fits, I guess.
Absolutely. Once again, joined by Steven Moretto here. 2-1 Sabre Dogs, your score. Top of the 5th inning, first and second, nobody out for Jake Jelly with Dalton LeBlanc still on the mound. So it sounds like you come from a big baseball family growing up, obviously, and that's obviously a lot of you guys probably in the same case. How important was that for you growing up with a big baseball family? Obviously, it sounds like you've had a lot of parents and mentors as well who have been coaching as well.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm super lucky. I get 2 parents that love me to the nth degree, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, no, they'll do anything for me. And I'm super lucky that I grew up in a very sports-heavy family with both baseball, football. My dad played in the CFL, which is the professional football league in Canada. So my mom played college sports as well, so I've come from a pretty big sports background. So it's kind of nice just having 2 people that have been through high-level sports, and if I have a question or if I'm struggling with something, and they're always there for me to support me and will help me any way they can.
Has your dad been able to pass off any football-esque wisdom that's helped you on the baseball diamond?
Yeah, for sure. My dad talks about getting wasn't the most gifted athlete, but he was really good with the mental side of things, and everybody knows the mental side of baseball is a super important component for
no
sure.
doubt.
So, when I'm not going very well, he just always tells me you need to trust in your abilities and have confidence in yourself, and every baseball player is going to go through a slump at some point in their life. Nobody's going to hit 500 unless you're Mike Trout or Caden Schwabe, pretty much.
Caden Schwabe, that's right. 0-2. So we're going to line drive left field. That's down for a base hit. McDowell getting the wave around third. Up with it is Schaefer. His throw to the plate on a couple of hops. Tag applied by Hannigan's not in time. McDowell slides in safely. That'll tie the game at 2 apiece as Jake Jelly drives in his second run of the night, RBI number 27 on the year. And this ball got out quickly to Jordan Williams in left field. Lawlin, the third base coach, was waving around McDowell quite early on this play. The throw came in on a couple of hops, a little bit wide towards the first base side of home plate. Hannigan had to reach across to apply that tag, and McDowell was able to slide in safely. So 2-2 ball game now. That brings up Owen Viano to the plate. He's 0-for-1 tonight. A walk in the first, a ground out to the third baseman in bowling back in the third. Once again, joined alongside Steven Moretto. Now, you mentioned the mental part of this game, and I think that summer baseball really tests that here, especially here in a league like the Expedition League, because you're playing 64 games in what feels like about 70, 75 days. You're in hot weather. A lot of you guys are far away from home. For you, how is this testing you, for a potential minor league career in the future or a professional career in the future, being able to play every day here and work out the grind?
I think just trying to keep that same mentality every single day, whether you're 0-for-4 or you're 4-for-4 that day, just trying to keep the same mentality every day. And I read a book by Trevor Moawad. It's called It Takes What It Takes, and it's he's like Russell Wilson's psychologist, basically.
Oh, very cool.
And it talks about having neutral thinking, so not thinking negatively, not thinking positively, just being neutral and staying neutral. And I think the more consistent you can be with taking your mindset to the field every day, and the more consistent you're going to be with baseball, for sure. It's a grind. It's not easy playing 64 games, hot weather, and having 13-hour bus rides, having to come back and play the next day. It's not something easy, for sure.
No doubt. Is baseball the only sport you grew up playing, or were you playing other sports as well?
I played hockey until I was in grade 7, and then I played football pretty much my whole life. And I also played basketball pretty much my whole life, too. So football and baseball are my 2 main sports. But yeah, no, like I said, I love playing sports. When I go home with my buddies, we're ones to play some pickup basketball or flag football or just on our off days.
Yeah, that's awesome. What have you been able to take from those sports that have helped you on the baseball diamond?
I think like the leadership thing that you talked about. Like I played point guard for my basketball team in high school. I played quarterback for my football team in high school as well. And I think both of those roles you got to bring your guys together. Like point guards dishing the basketball to your teammates, quarterbacks getting everybody ready in the huddle, getting everybody focused on achieving the same goal. So I think just taking the leadership from both of those roles has helped me out in baseball with kind of just helping players out, bringing guys under my wing, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean?
For sure, absolutely. Yeah. And I think something cool about you too is we just continue to speak about your resume and the experiences you've had. I mentioned this when we did the hot dog rating, but you've played in 3 different summer leagues: the Northwoods, the Cape, now here in the Expedition League, all over the country now at this point playing baseball. How has that helped you just as a player and also as a person growing older, maturing, and being on your own?
Yeah, it's hard leaving on your own. I remember the first day my parents dropped me off in Sacramento when I was a freshman, or right before my freshman year. So I remember crying, and I was like, the first 2 weeks, I was like, I don't know what I got myself into.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm way over my head. My parents are 1,000 miles away, but no, I think for any high school student, I think going away from home and kind of getting out on your own, you grow up and you got to mature really quickly, and it's hard, but it's nice to be on your own too, because you're faced with different situations where you have to be smart and you meet different people, and you got to be independent. I don't know. I'm super happy that I was able to go away for school and meet new people, be in a different area, and kind of have to fend for myself almost, in the sense where I don't have family or a lot of people very close to me. I got my teammates and my friends at school, and that's all I got, pretty much.
No doubt. And obviously being from Canada, was your goal to go to school and play ball in America, or were you looking at other Canada schools as well?
I had a couple offers from Canadian schools for baseball and football, but I wanted to come down to the States, like I said, and kind of get away from home, kind of go out, see a different area. And there's really got a lot of good baseball schools down here all over the country, but for me, my only thing was I wanted to stay on the West Coast, whether it was Washington, California, Oregon, somewhere in that vicinity. I just wanted to be somewhat relatively close to home, so that my parents were able to see and play whenever they wanted and stuff like that.
So why did you choose Sacramento?
I went down there. I had a really good connection with our head coach, Reggie Christensen, and I'm still I'm still playing for him, and I'm super close to him to this day still, and I really like the area down there, and I just felt like the program, the way they shaped their program, and it just really fit the way me as a player. And just the city itself was very similar to Vancouver, I found, just with the weather, the area, like the speed, the pace of the city.
Definitely.
When I went there on my visit, I just felt super comfortable, and I felt like with the guys around the team, I felt I fit in really.
Really, that's awesome. That's great to hear. What was like the biggest difference between Canadian baseball and American baseball, if there was one?
I haven't really noticed like a major difference. Our high school league back home was pretty good. Like on our high school team that I played on myself, we had 3 guys go down to the States to play Division I baseball.
Awesome.
There's a couple other guys in our league that went down to play Division I baseball too. So our league back home is starting to get more recognition, and guys are starting to go to bigger schools and get drafted and stuff like that. So on the baseball side of things, I haven't really noticed a major difference really, but I'm not too sure, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, that's a good thing, I think. That's a good thing. With that, Dalton LeBlanc is out of this ball game right now, allowing 2 runs through 4 1/3. He'll still be responsible for both runners on base. Jaden Beck coming into the ball game here to try and keep this game tied. That's all we have for you, Steven. Thank you so much for joining us today. Once again, third baseman for the Sabre Dogs, Steven Moretto. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to Corbett Field. 2-2 your score, top of the 5th inning. Runners on second and third, one out as the Whiskey Jacks continue to threaten here. Jaden back on the mound in relief of Dalton LeBlanc, trying to bail out his starter. First pitch, swinging a cue shot, foul straight back, strike one. No balls, one strike to count. LeBlanc picked up a big strikeout of Viano, so there's now one down. Again, the inning started with the walk to McDowell, the walk to Sitzman, then an RBI single allowed to Jake Jelly. Back, leans for the side, first base side, settles at the chest. Kicks, fires, the 0-1 pitch in the way, breaking ball, misses upstairs, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beck, one of the 7 All-Stars for Souris Valley this year. Really good numbers, 3-0 record with a 3.04 ERA. 25 strikeouts make that to 11 walks and 23 2/3 of an inning's work. Comes set at the chest, kicks and delivers. His 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses down, low ball, 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. For Beck, his last outing was against the Big Sticks, an inning and a third. 2 runs, both of them earned, 4 hits, no walks, 1 strikeout. Before that was a good outing against the Moo back in that wild 15-12 win. 2 scoreless innings with 2 strikeouts. 2-1, swing to ground ball, left side. Cooper ranging to his left, picks it up, now bobbles as it rolls towards center field. 1 run comes around the score. That makes it a 3-2 Wheat City lead. That is Ethan Sitzman scoring on that play. Moving to third goes Jake Jelly. We'll see what they rule that one right there. Again, a slow developing play. Cooper ranging up the middle, knew he had to hurry. He's on to bring up Jackson Sorensen to the plate. So either way, a run scores. The Whiskey Jacks have their first run of the night as they take a 3-2 lead here in the top of the 5th. 2 runs in, and they're threatening for more with runners at the corners here with 1 down. So an RBI for Lingley, his 7th on the year. They're going to rule that an E6 on the shortstop and Cooper. Righty on left here. Sorensen 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out twice, both swinging against LeBlanc. Back from the stretch, his first pitch. Misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So Beck still a double play out from getting out of this jam and limiting the damage to 2. The Sabre Dogs will send up 9-1-2. Anderson, Cooper, and Brewer for the top of the 6th. Langley takes his lead from first base. Jelly from third. Back from the stretch. His 1-0. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good breaking ball from back that Sorensen swung over the top of. Sorensen hitting .297. 13 RBIs on the year as well. Houston Fogelstrom, the center fielder, on deck. Back. Tiltson for the side. First base side. Runners at the corners. 1 down. 3-2 Wheat City your score. Back. Long hold as he delivers from the slide step. Next pitch is swung on and grounded hard down the right field line and foul. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Game 3 of this 3-game set. Sabre Dogs have taken the first 2 games looking for the sweep, but Wheat City trying to put a stop to that. Back pulls the glove in front of his face, ball behind his back, tilts it for the side from the first base side. Middle infielders Cooper and Moore ranging in double play depth. Outfielders about straight up. Right fielder and Greer a couple steps more towards the right field line. Big gap in right center. Back from the stretch, first base side. Delivers the 1-2, swinging a ground ball off the glove of the first baseman. Brewer rolls behind him. They're going to call that a foul ball, however, so that will hold the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's a big break for the Sabre Dogs, as at least 1 run scores, if not 2, if that ball's fair, but an easy call for the home plate umpire and Tony Archina, with Brewer holding on the runner at first base. Had almost no room left inside the first base line, so reaching out signified the foul ball. 9th pitch of the inning coming up for Beck. Sorensen looking to avoid the silver sombrero. Back tilts him for the sign, gets it from his catcher at Hannigan. Comes set from the first base side of the rubber. Kicks and delivers, the 1-2 on the way. Swinging a soft ground ball right side, fielded by Moore. Shovels to the shortstop, Cooper for 1. Now the relay to first base is not going to be in time, as Sorensen will beat it out. That'll be a 4-6 fielder's choice. An RBI for Sorensen, his 14th on the year, as that extends the Wheat City lead to 2. It's now a 4-2 ball game here in the top of the 5th inning. Slow developing play once again. Moore had to charge just a little bit. Shoveled to the shortstop, Cooper, who looked to struggle to get it to his throwing hand. Maybe did not have a good grip either, as the ball came in on 1 hop to Bo Brewer at first base. So 2 outs. Here comes Fogelstrom. 0 for 2, a pop to second, struck out looking in the 4th as well. That was the 5th strikeout of the night, make it the 6th for Dalton LeBlanc. First pitch, swinging a foul to the right side. 0-1 the count. 4 runs, 3 hits now, no errors for Wheat City. 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Souris Valley. Back from the stretch, first base side. Delivers the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2, good breaking ball from Beck. Count quickly climbs in his favor No balls and 2 strikes. Fogelstrom 1 for 4 yesterday. Now 1 for 6 in the 2 games here in Minot. Second baseman Moore ranging up the middle. Cooper about straight up at short. Back covers his glove. Make that his face with his glove as he comes set. Pauses. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a soft chopper in front of the plate. Hannigan will pick it up with his bare hand. His throw to first base is not in time. Gets away from Brewer. Heading to third now is Sorensen. He'll get in there standing up. That'll put runners at the corners here with 2 outs. And that's a tough play for Hannigan. A high chopper in front of the plate. Hannigan tried to pick it up with his bare hand, but it checked back towards the plate. Has had some English on it, given that it was hit off the end of the bat. And the throw was a little bit wide to the second base side of the first base bag. Brewer tried to stretch and keep his foot on the bag at the same time. Nicked off his glove, rolled behind him, so that'll be an error. The third of the night charge to Souris Valley. And that brings up Rhett Stein to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Whiskey Jack's threatening one more time here in the top of the 5th. Beck from the stretch. Delivers his first pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball running away from the right-handed swinging Stein. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Again, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Just had Drew Miller on the broadcast in the 4th inning. Steven Moretto here for the top of the 5th. Back, tilts in for the side. Comes set, first base side. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 2, another sweeping breaking ball. Count now moves to no balls and 2 strikes. Here with 2 down. Infield back. Outfield about straight up in terms of depth here. Back a strike away from sending this to the bottom of the 5th inning. He's set from the first base side. His 0-2 swing and a miss for strike 3. Tripled up on the breaking ball. Beck's first strikeout of the night as that retires the side. 3 runs for Wheat City, however, in this frame as they now take the lead for the first time tonight. 4-2, your score. We're halfway through this one at Corbett Field. Bottom of the 5th coming up next.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no...
Top half of the 6th inning, 4-2 Wheat City, your score here. Jack Moffin out for his 6th inning of work has really been tremendous tonight. After a tough first inning, has shut down the Sabre Dogs through his next 4 frames, looking to get through the 6th here and qualify for a quality start. He winds and fires. His first pitch to Anderson is on its way. It's a fastball up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Anderson 0 for 1 tonight, struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. So he is just his 2nd at-bat of the night. Make that the bottom of the 5th inning, so Moffitt will have to go 2 more innings without allowing more than 1 run to qualify for the quality start. 1-0 pitch in the way is a fastball inside corner, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 9-1 and 2 due up here. Anderson, then Justin Cooper and Bo Brewer. Moffitt leads it for the side, comes set from the first base side. Third baseman Sorensen in front of the bag at third. The next pitch is down away, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, wind continuing to gust out hard. Not only is it blowing out hard towards right center on the field, it's gusting through the broadcast booth right now. from a comfortability standpoint, a nice breeze on a hot day will not help out any pitchers facing left-handed bats. 2-1 is a breaking ball on the inside corner, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Sabre Dogs, not many left-handed hitters in this lineup tonight. In fact, just one. That's Jaden Schaefer, the DH. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Moffitt settles at the chest, first base side of the rubber. He kicks and delivers, the 2-2 on the way, swinging a hard ground ball wide at first. Diving stop by Jelly, gets to his feet, flips to Moffitt at first, but Anderson beats it out. An infield single for him. A good start here for Souris Valley as they look to inch back into this one. A nice play by Jelly, a hard one-hopper to his right. Dove, made the stop, got to his feet, flipped to Moffitt covering, and then it was a foot race between him and Anderson. Anderson, who runs very well, was able to beat it out by a step for his first hit of the night, second in as many nights, as that brings up the top of the order. Here comes Justin Cooper to the plate. Cooper 1 for 2, singled in the first, grounded into a 3 unassisted fielder's choice, make the 3 unassisted pulled out in the third. Third baseman Sorensen, even with the bag at third, middle infielders in double play depth. Righty on right, Moffitt from the first base side, kicks and delivers, the pitch in the way. Cooper shows bunt, pulls back, takes a breaking ball down to the dirt, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Whiskey Jacks were able to bring around 3 runs to score in that top of the 5th, now lead 4-2 here. Looking to hold on to it against what's a very difficult Sabre Dogs ball club to battle here, especially when the Sabre Dogs have been trailing this year. That's been the big key for them, their ability to stay in ball games as there's a move over to first base. Anderson gets back in safely. That has made it so tough for them, or I should say so tough for their opponents. Look back last weekend, both against the Trappers and the Moo. 2 walk-off wins where the Sabre Dogs trailed them both late. Moffitt from the stretch, 1-0 pitch, swinging a fly ball right field. Langley ranging towards his left or down the right field line will make the sprinting catch for out number 1. Retreating to first base goes Anderson. Cooper now 1 for 3 tonight, as that is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. So here comes Bo Brewer. He's 0 for 2, grounded out to second in the first, grounded out to the shortstop in Bittner in the 3rd inning. Was 0 for 2 yesterday. Again, has been struggling the last week and a half or so, looking to break out right here. Just as recently as last Sunday, had a 3 for 4 game, was 3 legs of the way to the cycle with the single, double, and triple. He could use a ball into the gap right here. Moffitt from the stretch, first pitch, fastball, grazes the knees, hits the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Right-hander warming up in the Trappers bullpen as we speak for the Sabre Dogs, no one up. Currently with Jaden Beck just coming into the game. Moffitt from the first base side, comes set. Anderson takes his lead from first, another move to first base. Anderson gets back in safely with a headlong dive. Sabre Dogs will get back at it tomorrow, Monday at 7:05 as they play host to the Pier Trappers for 2 games. Then we'll face the Badlands Big Sticks for a 1-game run Wednesday. Then we'll head to Dickinson right after that on Thursday. There goes Anderson, 0-1 pitch on the way, swinging a soft ground but a short chop. Charging is Bittner. He picks it up with 2 hands, throws to first base, and is in time to retire. Brewer for out number 2. Anderson was going on the pitch right there, running and moving, was able to walk into second base on the play, so that eliminated the chance for the double play. That brings up Alan Greer with 2 down, and that ends up being big here as that puts a runner in scoring position for one of the Sabre Dogs' best bats here. A base hit to the outfield turf, likely scores Anderson and cuts the deficit to 1. Greer 1 for 2 tonight, had a long at-bat in the third, worked a 3-2 count, took a very close pitch on the outside corner for a ball, and then singled to right center field right after. Could use another base knock right here. Big gap in right center for him. Moffitt's first pitch on the way is a fastball down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Outfielder make to the left fielder. Enviano straight up. Center fielder and Fogelstrom a couple steps towards right center. Langley, the right fielder, a couple steps towards the right field line. Anderson ready to run. Takes his lead from second base. Moffitt comes set at the chest, first base side. Kicks and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Down low, ball 2, smothered by the catcher and Stein. 2 balls, no strikes. That's a hitter's count now for Greer. It's the catcher and Stein's not going to walk out to Moffitt to have a conversation. And maybe they were crossed up right here. Hard to tell. It didn't look like Stein was too full to receiving that pitch right here. Again, maybe caught it a little bit late as he had to drop down to 2 knees, and it did look like a fastball. And with Anderson at second base, they are going through multiple signs, but very likely maybe just going through pitch sequencing ideas here for Alan Greer, a tough bat, who's also in the driver's seat right now. 2 balls, no strikes. Anderson takes a walking lead from second base. Moffitt from the first base side comes set. kicks and delivers. The 2-0 on the way. Breaking ball slips out and misses up and in ball 3. Greer has to duck out of the way. Count that moves heavily in the favor of Souris Valley. 3 balls, no strikes here with 2 down. Dalton bowling on deck. If Greer can reach, he would be the tying run at first base. Currently represents that tying 4th run at the plate. Moffitt has to find the zone here. Does have first base open. His 3-0. Fastball misses upstairs for ball 4. So there's a walk to Alan Greer. Just the second free pass allowed by Moffitt tonight. So that'll set up a first and second spot with 2 outs here. Dalton bowling coming to the plate now. The chance to tie this game. If not, give the Sabre Dogs the lead. And he's been swinging a hot bat. 1 for 2. Doubled in a run in the first. Flew out to center. Back in the 3rd inning as well. Has picked up 3 RBIs in the last 2 evenings. A chance for 2 more right here. Anderson at second, Greer at first. Both will be going on contact. Moffitt comes set, first base side of the hill. 85th pitch of the night coming up. First pitch, breaking ball, runs outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. A right-hander was up in the pen for the Whiskey Jacks, now has appeared to sit down here. Moffitt looking to get through 5. Moffitt pauses at the belt. Kicks and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Bowling, his RBI double came back in the first inning, brought around Justin Cooper to score from third base with 2 outs. Served a hard line drive down the right field line. Moffitt digs his right foot in the rubber, tucks his glove into his chest here as he stares into the fingers of his catcher and Stein. Gets his sign, comes set, first base side. Righty on right. Moffitt kicks and delivers the 2-0. Fastball bites the outside corner, strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Wind continues to blow hard here. It's been swirling tonight, changing directions about every 10-15 minutes or so. About 10 minutes ago, it was blowing out hard towards right center. Now it seems to be blowing in a little bit. Greer not being held on first. Big lead for him. Anderson takes his lead from second. 2-1 the count with 2 outs as Moffitt kicks and delivers his next pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike the count here with 2 outs. On deck, Colin Hannigan, the catcher here. And Moffitt's going to have to make a quality pitch. You have a hot swinging bowling at the plate. Do not want to give him something to drive. Meanwhile, if you're bowling, hitters count for you. Looking for 1 particular pitch to hit harder than ever. The 3-1. Swing and a foul off to the right side. Out of play. Strike 2. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So both runners on the base paths in Reese Anderson at second base and Alan Greer at first will be going on the pitch here with 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, which is big. If bowling can punch a gap, both likely score to tie the game. Fans starting to get into it here. Big spot. 90th pitch of the evening coming up for the tall right-hander for Wheat City. He's set from the stretch. Runners go. Payoff pitch in the way. Swinging a high pop up first base side, slicing out of play. Count will hold full at 3-2. For the Whiskey Jacks, in the top of the 6th, they'll send up 9-1-2. Bittner, McDowell, and Sitzman. Bowling steps out of the box, readjusts his batting gloves here. 2 hands on the bat as he swings it a quarter way across the plate. Now steps into the box fully, taps the dish, adjusts his helmet, holds his ball up and holds his bat up in the air parallel to the pitcher and Moffitt. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, tying run at first. Runners go. Payoff pitch in the way is inside for ball 4. Almost nicked bowling. Maybe it did. As he'll flip the bat towards the first base dugout. That will be a walk. The second walk in as many plate appearances here allowed by Moffitt. So that'll bring out one of the coaches here for the Whiskey Jacks. Again, 4-2 Whiskey Jacks your score here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The tying run now in scoring position at second base and Greer. The go-ahead run at first base and Dalton bowling with Colin Hannigan due up here. We'll see if they'll let Moffitt stick in this game. It's not Robbie Lawlin. It's one of the assistant coaches for the Whiskey Jacks, so it's very likely the case that Moffitt will get to face another batter. Fist bumps his coach, fist bumps his teammates, as he will remain in this ball game. Moffitt looking confident as ever, looking to get out of this jam here and keep this a 4-2 lead for Wheat City. Going to be a tough task here as Colin Hannigan comes to the plate. He's 1 for 1, singled in a run in the first on a ground ball to short. Bowling came all the way around to score from second. Also walked to open up that 4th inning. Your base runners, all good speed. Anderson 90 feet away at third. Greer at second, the tying run. Bowling at first base, the go-ahead run. Hannigan has come up clutch multiple times this year, looking to do so again. 14 runs batted in, RBIs 15, 16, and 17 in their potentiality, waiting on the base paths. Righty on right, Moffitt's first pitch is inside, almost hits Hannigan as he backs out of the way for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. That's back-to-back pitches in which Moffitt's lost a little bit of control with his heater, running inside to right-handed hitters. Hannigan steps back in. All runners will be going on contact with 2 outs. Your arms left to right in the outfield, Viano, Fogelstrom, and Lingley. Moffitt from the stretch. Kicks and delivers. The 1-0 is a breaking ball inside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Looked like it buckled Hannigan a bit. Again, after seeing the pitch run inside, Moffitt started a breaking ball at his front hip. Not a bad idea right there. Unfortunately for the Whiskey Jacks, just a little bit down and in. Hannigan digs back into the box. 2 balls, no strikes here. Moffitt from the stretch, first base side. Delivery on the way is a fastball in the outside corner. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moffitt, first base side, leans in. Jordan Williams on deck. Outfield playing, Hannigan fairly deep. Center fielder and Fogelstrom shifting towards right center. He kicks and fires. The 2-1 on the way. Swing the foul straight back. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And for Moffitt tonight, his pitch count continues to climb, hovering towards 100 pitches now. Without a doubt, this will be his last inning. Looking to get through 5, just allowing 2 against the number 1 offense in the Expedition League. Moffitt has done a very good job this evening. Hannigan digs back in. Slightly open stance from the right side. Runners take their leads. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 4-2 Whiskey Jacks your score. The 2-2. Fastball on the outside corner for strike 3. Moffitt fired up as he walks off the mound, screaming towards the first base dugout as that will retire the side. 5 very quality innings from the tall right-hander for Wheat City this evening. That sends us to the top of the 6th. 4-2 Whiskey Jacks your score as you're listening to Expedition League Baseball live on the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs Radio Network.
Hey Sabre Dog fans, fun is continuing down at Corbett Field. Make your way to the field to watch the Dogs play the Pier Trappers Tuesday, June 29th at 7:05. Participate in Dollar Dog Night. We know you cannot beat this deal with Dollar Dogs and watching your favorite ball club. Nothing is better. So see you there fans, Corbett Field 7:05, Dollar Hot Dogs on June 29th.
I was only buzzed.
I was fine.
There are all kinds of excuses people make for driving impaired.
It was a prescription. I had to take it.
Just a joint. It was just 1 or 2. I don't know. I swear, I was fine.
Nobody should get seriously hurt or die because of an impaired driver. And no excuse can bring them back. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field.
Welcome back to Corbett Field, top half of the 6th inning. 4-2 Wheat City your score. Jaden Beck coming out for his second inning of work after entering the ball game in the top of the 5th inning in relief of Dalton LeBlanc. 9-1 and 2 up. Bittner, the only man not to come to the plate in that 5th inning, as the first pitch is on its way. Down away ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. As the Whiskey Jacks sent 8 men to the plate in that frame, brought around those 3 runs to score, now lead at 4-2. Back from the stretch. His 1-0 delivery on the way, swinging a high pop-up right side of the infield. Brewer taking a couple steps to his right. He'll step underneath it to make the catch with two hands for out number 1. So a good start here for Beck. A couple of pitches, retires Dean Bittner. So they'll send up Caleb McDowell to the plate, the DH tonight. McDowell 0 for 2, a fly to right, a ground to short, walked back in the 5th inning as well. Beck looks to get through this inning quite quickly. Beck from the first base side, peers in for the sign. Settles at the belt, kicks and delivers his first pitch on the way. Breaking ball, just misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sabre Dogs took games 1 and 2 of this set, a 4-2 victory on Friday in Grand Forks, a 7-4 victory last night. So the next pitch is a breaking ball, down to way ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Sabre Dogs have secured the series win, which is quite a relief for them after dropping their previous 2. It's the 2-0. Just misses a bit outside, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. They'll face the Trappers tomorrow, who they have dominated this year. In 2 series, they've played 6 games, are 6-0. Then they'll face the rival Big Sticks for 2 more later in the week. It's the 3-0 as a fastball over the middle of the plate, strike 1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Some tough news out of Dickinson last night for the Big Sticks. Carson Lundmark, all-star center fielder, best offensive hitter on their ball club statistically as well, out for the season after injuring his thumb trying to dive for a ball. So the next pitch is swung on and flying to the right center. Anderson taking a couple steps to his left will make the catch in the gap. Route number 2 drops it. It is on the transfer. The second base umpire in Paul Sedekase confirms. So 2 up, 2 down here for Beck in this top half of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Ethan Sitzman to the plate. He's had a decent night so far. Has reached base all 3 times, reached on an E5 by bowling the third baseman, doubled in the 3rd, came around to score in the Jake Jelly RBI double, and walked in the 5th inning. So looking to keep that line moving here. A tough task facing an all-star in Jaden Beck. First pitch, swinging a hard line drive, right field. That one's going to sink in for a base hit as Alan Greer plays on a hop. So right on cue, Sitzman reaches for the 4th time tonight. He's now 2 for 3. That puts him on first base with 2 outs for Jake Jelly. Also breaks the string of 4, make that 3 straight batters retired by Beck. Here comes Jake Jelly, and he's had the Sabre Dogs number in this series. 2 for 3 tonight. Hit the ball hard all 3 times to the plate. A hard line out to right was robbed on a nice diving play by Alan Greer, ranging towards his left. Doubled in the 3rd for an RBI. Drove in a run with a single back in the 5th as well. First pitch from Beck is a fastball that runs inside on the inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. He coped that with the solo shot yesterday back in the 1st inning. In this series now is hit for 3 legs of the cycle. Looking for that triple. Would not count as your stereotypical cycle, of course. Is back from the stretch. Kicks and fires the 0-1 pitch. Is in the dirt, blocked by the catcher Hannigan for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. We've seen a couple of close calls make that for cycles this year for Souris Valley hitters. A week ago, last Sunday on the 4th of July, Bo Brewer was a home run away from history. Ethan Moore, when he drove in 7 runs against Pierre about a week and a half ago, was a double away from the cycle. As the next pitch is up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The closest we've seen a Sabre Dog was Jordan Williams back against the Casper Horseheds about a month and a half ago, where the Sabre Dogs brought in 22 runs to score, make that 23 runs to score in a big victory. He was a double away from the cycle, had 5 at-bats. There goes the runner, 2-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Throw from Hannigan is on the money, but dropped by the second baseman Moore. Looks like it glanced off the edge of his glove, rolled into shallow center field. So Sitzman will pick up a stolen base, his 6th of the year, as that inserts him in the scoring position with 2 outs. But they're going to say that there was interference on the play right there by the hitter in Jake Jelly, who swung and missed. Stepped over the plate, it looks like, making it a more difficult throw for Hannigan. So that will retire the side. The 3rd time we've seen that this year, where a batter has been called out on interference. So disregard the stolen base for Sitzman. That sends us to the bottom of the 6th inning. Hopefully that can generate some momentum for Souris Valley. 4-2 Wheat City, your score. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Sabre Dogs when we come back.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101 3rd Street Southeast, Minot, or call 701-839-2886.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a 10K golf cart giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home in a brand new golf cart courtesy of OK Automotive. Register in store today.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley SaberDogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone. Visit planetpizzaND.com for more details.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a 15K camper giveaway. If a SaberDogs player hits a ball through the home run...
Bottom half of the 6th inning, 4-2 Wheat City your score. July 11th today. A week ago was the 4th of July. We had some late fireworks between the inning break here between the top and bottom of the 6th. Ryan Lawlin, the head coach for the Whiskey Jacks, tossed out of this game. Robbie Lawlin, tossed out of the game after arguing that interference call. It's the first pitch on the way to Jordan Williams is a strike on the inside corner. No balls, 1 strike. So he will be out of this ball game for the remainder as he hopes to see his ball club hold on to this 4-2 lead. Dylan Kuster into the ball game. First pitch on the way. Make that the next pitch on the way is a fastball down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he was having a pretty emphatical conversation with Tony Archina, the home plate umpire. Got tossed and pointing his finger at the ground very intensely as the 1-1 is a fastball up and in ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And you can imagine, obviously, a big call right there. Is the difference between the inning ending and a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. With your 3-hole man at the plate, Jake Jelly, who has been hitting the ball harder than anyone in this series. 2-1 swing and a miss. Good fastball from Kuster for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kuster faced the SaberDogs once back in that opening series in the end of May. Went 2 innings, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Picked up the save in that win for the Whiskey Jacks. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Kuster climbs the ladder with a fastball up and out of the strike zone. Williams retired via strikes. That is now back-to-back SaberDogs hitters who have been punched out. 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Jack Moffitt, who closed out that 5th inning, getting out of a mammoth jam, stranding the tying run in scoring position, was quite fired up. Screamed towards the hitter and Hannigan, clapped his hands towards the first base dugout. Again, we know a lot of the ball clubs in this league play this game very intensely. A lot of chirping as well. Very likely the reason for the fireworks at the end of that last frame is the first pitch to Morris swung on and fouled straight back. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. And for Moffitt, arguably the biggest strikeout of the season for him. Stranding the tying run in scoring position, keeping it a 4-2 lead for his ball club. Kuster winds and fires. The 0-1 is in the dirt, picked by the catcher and Stein. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Moore 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out swinging in the 2nd, grounding into a 4-6 fielder's choice in the 4th. Looking to insert a spark here for the SaberDogs. So the next pitch is outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. It looked as if Souris Valley got off to a hot start, picking up 2 runs in the first inning, both scoring with 2 outs on an RBI double from Bowling and an RBI single from Hannigan. But the Whiskey Jacks pitching staff has been able to keep them scoreless since. 2-1, swinging a soft chopper behind the plate for strike 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. After Moore, it'll be Jaden Schaefer, 6, 7, and 8 due up in this inning here. Very lengthy ball game tonight, just hitting the 2-hour mark as we sit in the bottom of the 6th inning. A lot of long, lengthy innings, especially for what's only been a 4-2 ball game thus far. As the 2-2 is swung on and chopped up the middle, ranging to his right. Sitzman picks it up, throws to first base. That is in time. Another sparkling play by Sitzman, diving up the middle, threw from one knee to first base as it was in time to retire Moore. Put a star on that one. Sitzman making the case for the Gold Glove Award this year at second base, at least in this series. That brings up Jaden Schaefer with 2 away, and Sitzman went flying on this one right here, laying out parallel to the ground. It looks like he hung up in the air for about 5 or 6 seconds, caught the ball, slid onto the turf, threw from one knee. It was a strike to Jelly at first. First pitch on the way from Schaefer is a breaking ball down low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Schaefer is grounded out twice here, looking to extend this inning. As Kuster winds and fires the 1-0 pitch. Is a strike at the knees, outside corner. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Whiskey Jacks. 2 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors for Souris Valley thus far. Wind now blowing hard out towards right center. 1-1 pitch is a fastball at the knees. Cuts the middle of the plate in half for strike 2. Count jumps to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kuster 12 strikeouts to just 4 walks and 19 innings of work. His biggest struggle this year has been the hits. 27 knocks allowed in that span. 1-2, down away ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In fact, opponents are hitting .351 against him this year. Slugging .444, a whip of .163. He's retired the first 2 batters quite quickly here in this bottom of the 6th inning as he winds and fires and tosses the 2-2. Swing and a foul nicked off the catcher in Stein. Count holds at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schaefer 0 for 4 in this series. On deck, the center fielder in Reese Anderson. Then will be at the top of the order in Justin Cooper. Schaefer digs back at the box, swinging a maroon-barreled bat tonight. 2-2, swinging a soft chopper right side. Sitzman charges, picks it up on the long hop, tosses over to first baseman Jelly, who makes the catch in plenty of time to retire Schaefer and retire the side as well. Great work from Dylan Kuster here in his first inning of work. Sets down the side in order and faces the minimum here in the bottom of the 6th. We're heading to the back third of this ball game. Top of the 7th coming up. 4-2, Wheat City your score.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfielder for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all of the exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need for the summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Sabre Dogs fans, let's celebrate the 4th of July the right way. Come on down to Corbett Field to receive a free pair of USA-themed sunglasses. The first 120 to enter the ballpark will obtain these cool new sunglasses. Watch the Sabre Dogs take on the Fremont Moo at 5:35. Let's celebrate the 4th of July with your Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Don't forget to come rock in your red, white, and blue.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home.
Top half of the 7th inning, 4-2, Whiskey Jacks your score here. Jaden Beck out for another inning of work. We're going to see a pinch hitter here for the Whiskey Jacks. Due up was the 4-hole hitter in Owen Viano. It's going to be Nolan Drill coming into the ball game now. So again, he'll come into this ball game hitting .205, no homers, 6 RBIs. Played in game 1 of the series back in Grand Forks, went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So everyone will make their substitutions. Robbie Lawlin looks like he wasn't ejected from this game. Excuse me. My apologies. He's still in at the third base coaching spot. Now he's going to have a conversation with the home plate umpire, currently in Tony Archina. Maybe there's some confusion on the substitution right here. Again, remember the inning ended in quite interesting fashion. Sitzman stole second base, was safe, but he was called out after Jelly interfered with the throw from Colin Hannigan. So Jelly was called out on interference. So due up was Owen Viano, the left fielder, but that'll bring up Nolan Drill to the plate here. So 4, 5, and 6 due up. Viano, Lingley, and Sorensen. Drill currently in an 0 for 4 skid. His last hit came on July 3rd last Saturday against Casper. As Archina continues to write in his notebook, we'll now head back behind home plate as we are about ready to resume play here at Corbett Field. So here comes Drew to the plate, the 5'11" outfielder here for the Whiskey Jacks out of Cortland, Minnesota. Looking to spark something here for the Whiskey Jacks as they look to add on some insurance. Back through this ball game, again, a very slow developing contest here this evening. The big frame for the Whiskey Jacks was that 3-run top of the 5th, and they haven't looked back since. Back from the first base side, we'll lean in for the sign here. Infield shifting, drill to pull here. Shortstop Cooper a couple steps towards the 6 hole. Ethan Moore ranging up the middle. First pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Big hack from Drill as he was out in front of a breaking ball for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. For Beck, back in the 6th inning, it was a quick frame, allowed 1 hit, but besides that, was able to set down the Whiskey Jacks lineup quite quickly. So the 0-1 is swung on and missed, about a 3/4 hack. Drill goes around, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count here with nobody out. 30th pitch of the night coming up for Beck. Likely has a lot of juice left in him here. No one warming up currently in the Sabre Dogs bullpen as we speak. 0-2 from Beck. Breaking ball just misses upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. For the Sabre Dogs in what will be the bottom of the 7th inning, they'll send up 9-1 and 2. Anderson, Cooper, and Brewer as they look to generate a couple runs and tie this game up. The 1-2, swinging a pop-up slicing out of play to the right side. Count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 5:35 first pitch here tonight, just about 7:44 local time. If we played it any other day of the week, the game would have started 45 minutes ago. A little bit of an early start here on Sundays. The 1-2 is a breaking ball, half swing and a miss for strike 3. Good sweeping slider from Jaden Beck as he got drilled to chase out of the strike zone for out number 1. For Beck, that is strikeout number 2 of the night. First since his first punch out that concluded the 5th. So that'll bring up Nolan Lingley to the plate here. So Nolan's hitting back-to-back here now after Drill came into the ball game. Lingley drove in a run, reaching on an E6 in the 5th as the first pitch is down away with a fastball for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a ground ball up the middle. Cooper was ranging to his left, bobbled it. Lingley is a right-handed hitter. The next pitch is swung on and found straight back, strike 1. Count evens up at 1 ball and 1 strike. 4 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Wheat City. 2 runs, 6 hits. 3 errors for Souris Valley here. Shane Sinclair, the right-hander, starting to jog out towards the right field bullpen. Back from the stretch, pauses at the belt. His 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball in the dirt, picked by Hannigan for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. A little bit of a moggy day out here, not in terms of cloudiness, but very humid, very hot. Was about 91 degrees at first pitch. Almost looks a little bit smoky outside. He starts to swing in the looper, shallow right. Greer on his horse, lays out. Did he make the catch? He did not. The home plate umpire, Tony Archina, saying Greer trapped it. Greer almost looked like he picked that one on a short hop. So there'll be a single for Nolan Lingley, his first knock of the night, as he'll take first base. The 6th hit collectively this evening for Wheat City. That puts a runner on with 1 away for Jackson Sorensen coming to the plate. Sorensen 0 for 3 is struck out twice. Drove in the run in the 5th with a 4-6 fielder's choice on a slow ground ball to the second base beneath Ethan Moore, where the Sabre Dogs could not turn 2. So Beck looking for another ground ball, 1 to turn 2 with right here and send this to the bottom of the 7th. From the first base side, the rubber, Beck comes set from the stretch. Belt tie. From the slide step, his first pitch is on the outside corner. Perfect spot for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Shadows likely won't play a role in this ball game. Maybe later in the ninth if this game continues to run at the pace it is. Currently Shadows in straightaway center field and just a smidge over the first base dugout. Here's the 0-1 from Beck. Fastball dotted on the outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Sorensen digs back into the box here, swinging from the left side. He struck out twice tonight, both swinging and both against Dalton Leblanc. Leblanc, the lefty, started. Beck in relief, the righty. The 0-2 in the dirt, nice pick by the catcher, and Hannigan to keep that in front of him. Holding at first base is Lingley. Count now moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 1 down. Middle infielders pinched up the middle here in double play depth. That's the shortstop Cooper and the second baseman Moore. Outfield straight up. 1-2 from Beck on the way. So we're going to ground ball up the middle. Diving is Cooper. It's off his glove. Rolls into center field for a base knock. Heading for third now and stopping and diving back into second goes Langley. That's a single for Sorensen. His first hit of the night. He's now 1 for 4. 7th knock of the evening for Wheat City, as that sets up a first and second spot here with 1 down for the Whiskey Jacks. And this was almost an incredible play by Justin Cooper. A hard one-hopping steamer up the middle of the diamond. Cooper dove to his left. Hopped off the edge of his glove into shallow center field for a base hit. So a single for Sorensen. Here comes Houston Fogelstrom with a chance to extend this 2-run lead to more for Wheat City. Langley takes his lead from second, Sorensen from first. First pitch on the way to Fogelstrom is a breaking ball that misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Fogelstrom popped out to second, struck out looking against LeBlanc in the fourth. Reached on an E2 by Hannigan in the fifth inning as well. Back from the first base side, pauses just above the belt. From the slide step, delivers the 1-0. Fastball outside, snap throw to first base, not in time, as Sorensen will dive in head first safely. So hitters count here to Fogelstrom. 2 balls, no strike. No strikes make that here with 1 down. Back looking to induce another ground ball. Has done a decent job of that tonight. Has induced 3 so far this evening. He settles above the belt again. In line with the stomach as he takes a look at second once. Now peers in. The 2-0 is swung on a line to center field pretty deep. Anderson ranging back in front of the track. He'll camp underneath it to make the catch. Tagging from second is Langley. He'll scamper into third as that'll be a hard line out to center field. Fogelstrom hit that hard. Anderson had to sprint hard back towards the track as this one continued to rise over his head and slice away from him. Covers a lot of ground, was able to camp underneath it in plenty of time to make the catch for out number 2. So runners at the corners now. That brings up Rhett Stein at the plate. Stein 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch and has struck him out twice, both swinging. His back is an out away from leaving out of trouble here in the top of the 7th. 4-2, Whiskey Jack's your score. Langley now at third base. Sorensen at first. Beck delivers the first pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses inside. Stein leans out of the way for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. 46th pitch of the night coming up for Beck. Currently has gotten through 2 2/3 of this ball game. Tosses that ball back to the first base dugout here. Make that 2 1/3 of this ball game, and out here would make that 2 2/3. Glove in front of his face, ball behind his back, brings the 2 together as he comes set. Runners at the corners, 2 down. 1-0 on the way. Breaking ball, swing and a pop-up straight back, strike 1. Count even at 1 ball and 1 strike here. Stein looking for his first knock of the night. He's 0 for 5 in this series with 3 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch in the way. Just a little bit below the knees, maybe a bit inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. And you can tell Hannigan maybe wanted that one right there. Stepped up, paused a little bit, almost as if he was waiting for the home plate umpire and Archina to make the call. So Beck behind 2-1 here with 2 down. Runners will be going on contact. He settles at the belt, first base side of the rubber. Kicks and fires, 2-1 pitch in the way. Breaking ball, weak swing, and a foul off the catcher and Hannigan for strike 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces running wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. 2 runners on. Sabre Dogs trail by 2 with 2 runs scored. Beck stares into the fingers of Hannigan, who gives him the sign. Langley takes his lead from third, Sorensen from first. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss for strike 3. Another great breaking ball from Beck, picks up strikeout number 3 in the night as that ends this top of the 7th inning and sends us to the bottom of the 7th. Stretch time here at Corbett Field, 4-2, Wheat City your score. Sabre Dogs will send up Anderson, Cooper, and Brewer when we come back.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt? Make sure in your vehicle you're always buckled up. We share the responsibility to reach the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses. Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt?
An alcohol-related crash will probably happen in North Dakota today, and another will happen tonight. Still, it's pretty common to hear people making light of it like it's no big deal. We can try to laugh it off, but it keeps happening over and over. Impaired driving isn't funny. Always drive sober or find a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow For starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer, follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. Your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night. So break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m. So see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend.
Did you know most motor vehicle crash fatalities could be prevented?
Last of the 7th inning, 4-2 Wheat City. Your score is Sabre Dogs looking to inch back, but this one will be Cooster out for his second inning of work after facing the minimum back in the 6th, setting down the Sabre Dogs 1-2-3. Here's Reese Anderson once again to lead it off. He's 1 for 2, struck out swinging in the 3rd, reached on an infield single, back to open up the 5th. First pitch on the way is a fastball, cuts the middle of the plate in half for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Justin Cooper on deck, Bo Brewer in the hole. A good formula here for success for Souris Valley. A bloop and a blast away from tying this ball game up. 0-1 from Cooster on the way. Fastball crosses the knees, running inside for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Anderson quickly behind here, looking to climb back into the zap bat, protect here, and reach base. Cooster steps back, rotates and fires the 0-2, swinging a hard ground ball wide of first. That's through into right field for a base hit as it trickles out to the right fielder in Lingling. There's the second knock of the night for Reese Anderson. Fantastic start here for Souris Valley as that brings at the top of the lineup and Justin Cooper to the plate representing the tying run. Cooper, if he were to leave the yard right now, would knot this game at 4. He has 1 long ball in the season that came here at Corbett Field, clearing the back wall and straightaway left field. Third baseman and Sorensen in front of the bag at third base. Middle infielders pinched up the middle in double play depth as Anderson takes his lead from first. Righty on right, Cooster from the stretch for the first time tonight. His first pitch misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. So now 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Wheat City. 2 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for Souris Valley. A right-hander starting to warm up in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. We'll see if Jaden Beck's night is done when we enter the top of the 8th. Next pitch, swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. The story tonight, the starting pitching on both ends, really reverse. Dalton LeBlanc started off allowing 1 run through 4. It was the best we had seen him this year, struggled in the 5th. Jack Moffat on the Whiskey Jack side of things struggled in the first, allowed 2 runs, then pieced together 4 scoreless innings. In line for the win, currently 4-2 Whiskey Jack's lead. Move over to first base, back in safely goes Anderson. Cooper 1 for 3 tonight. Singled in the first, grounded out to first in the 3rd, flew out to right in the 5th. Cooster from the stretch, pauses just above the belt. His 1-1, Cooper shows bunt, pulls back, takes a strike at the top of the zone, middle of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Again, the threatening Bo Brewer on deck. Alan Greer in the hole here. Tremendous spot here for the Sabre Dogs with 9 outs to work with in this ball game. Cooster from the first base side, leans it for the sign. Anderson takes his lead from first. Cooster kicks, fires. The 1-2 is in the dirt. Nice stop by the catcher and Stein, picking it on one knee, ranging to his right to keep it in front of him. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Cooper with the red tops tonight, going with the high red stirrups. Looks very sharp here on this Sunday evening. Anderson, good speed at first base. He's stolen 3 bags this year. The 2-2 to Cooper. Swinging a ground ball, softly hit to third base. Sorensen picks it up, slings it over to second for 1. The relay to first base, there will be none as Cooper reaches safely. Anderson out at second base will be a 5-4 fielder's choice. 1 down now as that brings up Bo Brewer to the plate. Still good speed at first base, and Justin Cooper has 13 stolen bases on the year. Brewer now represents the tying run of the play, and he's due for a long ball. Talked to him earlier today. Says he's felt like he's been hitting the ball harder. Back in Dickinson, almost left the yard. If he could get a hold of one right here, it would be a big, big blast. His only other home run came, ironically enough, on another Sunday here at Corbett Field about 3 weeks ago. There goes Cooper for second. The pitch on the way is swung on and chopped down the third base side and foul. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. The hit and run absolutely on right there. Cooper running on the pitch. It was a sweeping breaking ball running well outside. Brewer just stuck his bat out to get a piece of it. Again, normally would not see him swinging a pitch like that if a play like that was not put in play. But Brewer with a great idea of the strike zone, great bat-to-ball skills, was able to foul it off. So we'll see if Miklos still gives Cooper the green light at first base. Brewer, good speed as well, a tough man to double up at the plate. Kuster will make a move over to first base. Cooper gets back in safely with a dive. For the Whiskey Jacks in what will be the top half of the eighth, they'll set up 9-1-2. Bittner, McDowell, and Sitzman. Kuster, glove tucked into his chest, leads it for this sign. Cooper a healthy lead at first base as he shuffles towards second. The 0-1, swinging a high pop at first base side. Jelly ranging into foul territory towards the track, now towards the wall. He jumps up in the air, cannot make the play. That'll fall foul for strike two. A new life for Bo Brewer as that play very well could have been made. Jelly had a lot of room to cover in foul territory. I believe he felt, or at least thought, the wall was closer to him than he thought it was. Excuse me, I believe he thought that the wall, the fence down in foul territory, was much closer to him than it actually was, as he leapt up in the air almost trying to reach over the wall when in fact he had at least 5 feet to cover. So Cooper will take his lead from first base. Brewer digs back in. Kuster from the stretch, first base side. Pauses at the bell. Another move to first base. Cooper gets back in safely. Again on deck, Alec Greer, the right fielder, in the hole. Dalton Bowling, the cleanup hitter. 1 run in the third, 3 in the fifth for Wheat City. SaberDogs only 2 runs tonight, coming in the bottom half of the first frame. Kuster tilts in for the sign, comes set from the stretch. Here's his 0-2 delivery. There goes Cooper. Pitch is swung on in line. Down the left field line. That's a fair ball as it rolls towards the track. Cooper on his horse. Getting the wave around third. He will score without a play. Bo Brewer stomps into second base. Fired up as he pumps up his first base dugout. An RBI double. That cuts the deficit in half. It's 4-3. Wheat City here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And Bo Brewer represents the tying run in scoring position at second base here with 1 down. His 50th RBI of the year, pacing the lead in that category. That was a screamer down the left field line, and with Cooper going on the pitch, there was no doubt he was going to score from first base. 8th hit of the night for Souris Valley, 4-3 Wheat City your score. Here comes Alan Greer to the plate. Greer 1 for 2, a single and a walk. He's reached base twice. First pitch is cut on and missed for strike 1. Pitch up in the zone, no balls, 1 strike. Brewer, as we mentioned moments ago, has great speed over there at second base. 18 stolen bases for him on the year. He's ready to run in scoring position. Kuster leans in for the sign. Big spot here for the SaberDogs. That their first run scored all the way since the first, where they brought around 2. 0-1. Grazes the inside corner with a heater for strike 2. Greer quickly falls behind at no balls and 2 strikes. Greer hitting .315, 2 homers, 35 RBIs. 2 for 7 in the 2 games here at Corbett Field against Wheat City this weekend so far. Kuster from the stretch. Here's his 0-2. Brewer goes for third. The pitch is swung on and chopped down the third base line and foul. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. So late into this ball game, SaberDogs trailing by just a one run now, earlier by 2. Alex Miklos has been quite aggressive on the base paths, and again, going back to the SaberDogs strong suit, trying to manufacture a run. Brewer takes a walking lead from second base. Kuster leans it for the sign. Greer waving that bat back and forth, now carries it above his right shoulder. Kuster from the stretch. Here's his 0-2 delivery on the way. Swinging a looper down the right field line, slicing out a play. Count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. And really for the SaberDogs, this is the first time they've allowed this crowd, to get into this ball game. They've been very quiet tonight, but a lot to cheer about here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kuster leans it for the sign, first base side. Brewer takes his lead from second base. Greer a straight up stance from the right side. He comes set just above the belt. Kicks and fires. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball sails upstairs. Good take from Greer. Counting that moves to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dalton Bowling on deck, then Colin Hannigan in the hole here. Looks like Gunnar McGran getting his timing down in the dugout right now. Absolutely a pinch hit candidate later in this ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tying run in scoring position at second. 4-3 Wheat City your score. The 1-2, swinging a high fly ball center field. Fogelstrom takes a couple steps to his left. He'll make the catch in right center. Brewer will fake the tag from second and hold there. So he's at second base now with 2 outs, as that brings up Dalton Bowling to the plate. Good man to have at the dish in this inning. Bowling has been clutcher than ever in this series, driving in a couple of big runs in the last couple of nights. 3 RBIs ever since returning to Corbett Field so far. Looking for another big knock to tie this ball game up. And with one swing of the bat, if he could get a hold of one, he'd give the Sabre Dogs the lead as well. He's 1 for 2. An RBI double in the first, flew out to center in the third, walked in the fifth. Booster leans for the side, first base side, open stance from the right side for Bowling. Swinging a dark-stained bat here tonight. Kuster from the stretch, kicks, fires, first pitch on the way, is swung on the line to the center field. Fogelstrom racing in, he has it, played perfectly as he jumps up in the air to make the catch at his head height to retire the side. Bowling hit it on the button, unfortunately right at Fogelstrom, as that will end the inning. Sabre Dogs, however, pick up 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, leave 1 runner on. We got a 1-run ball game here at Corbett Field as we head to the top of the 8th. 4-3, Wheat City, your score.
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs.
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. Your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night. So break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m. So see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco to keep you on the road. Come see our showroom with our large inventory selection at 101 3rd Street Southeast, Minot, or call 701-839-2886.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to OK Automotive in Minot to register for your chance to win a
This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Make sure to follow for starting lineups, score updates, and all our exclusive Sabre Dogs content you'll need this summer. Follow us at SV Sabre Dogs and use the hashtag SCODogs. This is Ethan Moore for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that your favorite ball club is on all social media platforms, including
Saturday, July 3rd will be Ballpark Time Machine at Corbett Field. Your Sabre Dogs will be hosting an 80s theme night. So break out that neon and those scrunchies and come wearing your best 80s look. We'll be rocking out to 80s music all night long. The Sabre Dogs will be going head-to-head with the Fremont Moot at 7:05 p.m. So see you there at Corbett Field to go back in time.
This is Cullen Hannigan, a catcher for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs. Remember, you depend on your vehicle, which is why OK Automotive supplies quality AC Delco parts to keep your vehicle running smoothly. You can depend on an OK Automotive and AC Delco.
Top half of the 8th inning, 4-3 Wheat City your score. We got a new arm on the mound here for the Sabre Dogs. Going to be a right-hander, Shane Sinclair, out for his 11th outing of the year. Top of the team in that category. 2-1 record with a 6.91 ERA. Has looked really good as of late. Did have a tough outing at Dickinson back on July 6th where he allowed 3 earned runs in an inning, gave up back-to-back jacks. But before that, it was coming off of 9 innings combined in 2 outings where he just allowed 5 earned runs. Struck out 4 batters, kept the Sabre Dogs in both of those ball games, allowing them to win 10-9 against the Moo and 13-6 against the Moo as well. So he'll look to emulate that Shane Sinclair here for this top half of the 8th inning. He's going to get here in the Whiskey Jacks lineup 9-1-2 as Dean Bittner, the shortstop, will lead it off. Sabre Dogs were able to chip away with 1 more run in the bottom of the 7th inning, their first since the first frame, on an RBI double from Bo Brewer. Bittner 0 for 3 tonight, a ground to short, a fly to left, and the pop to first. Sinclair kicks and delivers. His first pitch is swung on and line to left center field. Anderson ranging to his right. He'll sprint underneath this one as he glides into the alley in left center to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Sinclair. Good start. He's the second pitcher in relief, 3rd use tonight for Souris Valley. Started with LeBlanc, then Beck, now Sinclair. Here comes Caleb McDowell, the top of the lineup here for the Whiskey Jacks. 5th time McDowell will reach the plate here tonight. Again, 4-3, Wheat City your score. You're in the top of the 8th. Sinclair peers him for the sign, first base side of the hill. Wind continues to blow fairly hard up towards right center. Sinclair's first pitch is a breaking ball that floats over the top of the zone, middle of the plate for strike one. No ball is one strike. So the Sabre Dogs trailing by one here in the bottom of the eighth inning. They'll send up 5, 6, and 7. Hannigan, Williams, and Moore. Sinclair looking to keep it a one-run deficit. The 0-1 pitch in the way. Top of the zone for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Sinclair pumping the zone efficiently and aggressively here to open up this frame. McDowell looking for his first knock of the night. Has reached base once. There was a walk in the 5th. Sinclair from the stretch. Kicks and fires. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball misses down. Away ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. McDowell going with the no batting gloves. As we're going to see the home plate umpire in Archina tell Lawlin, the third base coach, to step off the line. Saw that happen a couple nights ago. Sinclair from the first base side sets at the chest. Shrugs his shoulders and fires the 1-2. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 3. Sinclair rings up McDowell with a bender that bites the other edge. Is being tossed from this game is Caleb McDowell. How about that? Tony Archina must have heard something he did not like as he's been thrown out of this game. McDowell now pointing the knob of his bat at the home plate umpire, and Archina spikes it towards the third base dugout. Robbie Lawlin now having a conversation with Archina all the way from the coaching's box. Remember, Lawlin, the head coach for the Whiskey Jacks, in the middle of the top of the 6th inning, argued with Archina before. So that's out number 2. So McDowell ejected. He's the DH, so the Whiskey Jacks won't have to make a defensive substitution, but we'll have to pinch hit for him if he comes up again. Here's Ethan Sitzman to the plate. He's 2 for 3 tonight. He's reached base all 4 times as he swings and chops this up softly up the middle. More to his right. Can't pick it up cleanly as it rolls to the shortstop, and Cooper will see what they ruled at right there. Either way, Ethan Sitzman will reach base for the 5th time tonight. It's going to be a single for Sitzman, so he's now 3 for 4 this evening. Back-to-back singles for him. And that brings up Jake Jelly to the plate. Now, before McDowell got rung up and then eventually ejected, I was going to comment, McDowell was going with the no batting gloves look, which is pretty old-fashioned. Sinclair with an old-fashioned look as well here tonight, wearing the low stirrups with the scrunched-up pants right above his ankle. Haven't seen that this year from any Sabre Dogs players. The first pitch is a breaking ball in the outside corner for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Jelly was retired in unique fashion to end the 6th. It was Sitzman at first base like he is now, who stole second safely. But Archina called Jelly out on interference with the throw from the catcher Hannigan. As there goes Sitzman again. He stumbles, so he'll stop as the next pitch is a heater on the outside corner for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. So Sinclair continues to pound the zone right here. 8 pitches so far. Just 1 ball thrown. Second base, Ethan Moore ranging up the middle. Cooper, the shortstop, about straight up on the cut of the outfield turf. Sinclair takes a look at first base, now pivots back towards the plate and comes set and move to first base, diving back in safely. Goes Sitzman. So Sitzman was not rewarded a stolen base. If there was an interference in the call, it would have been his 6th, but he now has 5, a very healthy lead for him over there at first. Righty on right, as Jelly digs back in. 2 hits tonight and 2 RBIs. Now has driven in 27 runs this year. Sinclair from the first base side. Kicks and delivers. The 0-2 on the way. Swinging a cue shot rolling towards the first base dugout. Another foul ball as the count will hold at no balls and 2 strikes. Sinclair coming into the night, 19 walks and 27 and a third of an innings work. So walks haven't been too much of a problem for him. But in terms of command, this may be the best we've seen him all year. Not only is he pounding the zone efficiently, but quality strikes as well. Sinclair from the stretch. Long hold this time as he kicks and delivers the 0-2. Breaking ball down the way, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Go back to his outing against the Moo on July 2nd, walked 4. Walked 2 against the Moo on June 25th as well. In fact, his only outing this year in which he did not walk a batter was July 6th, his last outing at Dickinson. So hopefully this is a sign of good things to come in terms of the command of the zone here for Sinclair as he settles on the first base side again. His 1-2 on the way. Fastball just misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sinclair had already taken 3 or 4 steps towards the first base dugout, jumped up and down in frustration when he saw that he did not get the call. So the count's now even at 2-2 here with 2 down. Sitzman takes his lead from first base. Sinclair's already struck out one batter in this frame. 4-3 Whiskey Jacks, your score here in the top of the 8th inning. Sinclair looking to keep it that way. Lengthy ball game tonight. 15 minutes away from hitting the 3-hour mark here. Sinclair pauses at the chest. Here's his 2-2. Runner goes. Pitch on the way. He's a breaking ball up and away. Hannigan's throw. Tag applied by Moores in time. What an athletic play by Ethan Moores. This throw faded arm side. Moore jumped up in the air and like Javi Baez applied the tag in one motion as he somersaulted towards the ground to catch Sitzman stealing second base. That will retire the side. Sinclair faces the minimum, hangs up a 0 on the board here in the top of the 8th inning. That sends us to the bottom of the 8th. 4-3 Whiskey Jacks, your score. Sabre Dogs looking to get back in this one live from Corbett Field when we come back.
This is Jordan Williams. I play outfield for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that Planet Pizza is celebrating 25 years in the Magic City this summer. Stop in and try award-winning pizza and wings, vest up for some laser tag, or aim for a jackpot on one of our 50 arcade games. We got fun for everyone. Visit planetpizzaND.com for more details.
Seatbelts are the most effective safety device to prevent the death and injury in a motor vehicle crash. Please buckle up every trip, every time. Let's get to the goal of Vision Zero. 0 fatalities, 0 excuses.
Sabre Dog fans, be sure to stop down to Capital RV in Minot to register for your chance to win a $15K camper giveaway. If a Sabre Dogs player hits a ball through the home run target beyond the left field fence, one lucky fan will drive home with a brand new camper courtesy of Capital RV. Register in store today.
This is Bo Brewer for the Souris Valley Sabre Dogs, reminding you that there is a reason why Slim Chicken hangs guitars on their walls and plays the blues. It's the same reason why they only serve you 100% all-natural chicken tenders. It's the way they like it. There's a reason why they treat you like family and serve food just like...
Welcome back to Corbett Field, bottom half of the 8th inning, 4-3, Wheat City your score. Sabre Dogs trying to string together another late rally. Hannigan shows bump, pops it up to third base. Sorensen will make the catch, sprinting in towards home plate for out number 1. Hannigan tried to drag it, take advantage of Sorensen playing back, but the pitch was a fastball up in the zone, and Hannigan popped up for out number 1. So Kuster still cruising here. Did allow 1 run to score on the double to Brewer in the 7th, but was able to limit the damage just to that to hold on to this lead here. As Jordan Williams digs into the plate here. 1 for 3 tonight, single to right in the 4th. Looking for a base knock right now. Currently represents the tying run. First pitch is swung on and seared down the third base line and foul. Strike 1, no balls, 1 strike. After Williams, it'll be Ethan Moore, 5, 6, and 7. Due up here for Souris Valley. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Wheat City. 3 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors for Souris Valley. Kuster from the first base side. Nods his head in agreement. Turns, kicks, and tosses. The 0-1. Swinging a hard line drive left field. That's through for a base hit. Jordan Williams, a multi-hit night for him. That's got to feel good as he now represents the tying run at first base here with 1 down. Here comes a powerful, powerful right-handed bat at Ethan Moore with a chance to give the Sabre Dogs the lead. Moore coming off of quite an acrobatic play. Back to end that top of the 8th inning, jumping in the air to make the catch on the throwdown from the catcher and Hannigan, and then applying the tag in one motion to end the inning to catch Sitzman stealing. First pitch from Morris, swung on and tomahawk down the left field line. Foul ball, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Whiskey Jacks have been pounding Ethan Moore with fastballs up and in the zone. He's been very aggressive with them. He's looking obviously for something to elevate right here as Williams takes his lead from first. Good speed, has 4 stolen bags on the year. Jaden Schaefer on deck, righty on right, Kuster from the stretch. Kicks, fires, the 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Vicious rip from Moore as he falls to one knee, a pitch running away from him. Count moves in advantage of Kuster, no balls, 2 strikes. Here with 1 down. Moore, the team leader in home runs this season with 5. Top 5 on the team at RBIs as well with 30. Kuster, a long look in. Williams takes his lead from first base, inching closer to second. The 0-2, swinging a hard ground ball, right side, fielded on a hop by Sitzman, shovels to the shortstop, Bittner for one. The relay to first base is in time to retire more by half a step, as that will retire the side. 4, 5, 6 double play gets Kuster out of some trouble here in the bottom of the 8th. That sends us to the top of the 9th. 4-3, Wheat City, your score, as we'll return in just a couple of moments live here from Corbett Field.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments. Big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an indisputable fact, and buckling up is something we all can do.
Buckle up, Dad.
Seatbelts save lives. Buckle up. Every trip, every time. Brought to you by the North Dakota Department of Transportation through Vision Zero.
This is Caden Schwabe, an outfield.
Top half over the 9th inning, 4-3, Wheat City your score. Jake Jelly will lead it off, was at the dish when his teammate in Sitzman was caught stealing second base to end the top of the 8th. Shane Sinclair out for his second inning of work was tremendous back in the top of the 8th, looking to carry that on forward here to the 9th inning. 4-3, Whiskey Jacks your score. Jelly to the plate, steps in the right-hander's batter's box. Sinclair kicks and fires. The pitch on the way is a fastball up and in, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Jelly, as we mentioned back when he was up at the plate in the 8th, has picked up 2 hits tonight. He's hit the ball hard every time with the dish. A double, an RBI, a single, an RBI, lined out to right. Had a hit taken away from him by Alan Greer in the first. Next pitch on the way, breaking ball inside corner, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. So due up for the SaberDogs in the bottom half of the 9th inning will be 8-9-1. Schaefer, Anderson, and Cooper. Trailing by 1 currently. We did see Gunnar McGran taking some live reads to the pitcher to get his timing down earlier as the 0-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 2, make that 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Apologies, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count as Jelly will circle the batter's circle and head back into the right-hander's batter's box. So Gunnar McGran, a very likely pinch hit candidate for Alex Miklos off the bench when we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Sinclair from the first base side comes set at the chest. Hannigan sets up away. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball just misses upstairs. Clipped the inside corner, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield shifting the right-handed swinging Jelly the pull. Second baseman Moore ranging up the middle. Shortstop Cooper about straight up. Outfield playing straight up as well. The right fielder in Greer, however, very deep, about 10-15 feet in front of the track and right. 2-2 from Sinclair on the way. Breaking ball, cued off the end of the bat. Rolls softly foul towards the first base dugout. Count will hold at 2 balls and 2 strikes. SaberDogs looking for some more magic when they head to the bottom of the 9th inning. 27-13 on the year, 5-4 in the second half. Meanwhile, the Whiskey Jacks 16-22, 2-6 in the second half. Just looking to muster a win here against Souris Valley. In the season series, Souris Valley leads 4-1. Sinclair settles on the first base side of the hill. Pauses at the chest as 2-2 again. Fastball misses outside, ball 3. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here in Minot, just about 8:23 local time, about 10 minutes away from reaching the 3-hour mark in this contest. Very lengthy game for what's just been a 4-3 ball game. Sinclair from the stretch. Payoff pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses down low, ball 4. So Jelly, after getting behind with 2 strikes, will work a walk as he takes first base here to open up this top of the 9th inning. And that's a big base runner right there. Obviously, the Whiskey Jacks looking for as much insurance as possible, given they're trailing by 1. Here's Nolan Drew to the plate. Pinch hit for Owen Viano in left field back earlier in the ball game. That came in the 7th. That was his first plate appearance. Struck out swinging. So Sinclair will look for a ground ball double play here. Middle infielders ranging up the middle. That's the shortstop, Cooper, and the second baseman, Moore. Righty on right, Sinclair from the first base side. Kicks and delivers the pitch on the way. Swing and a foul straight back. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Wind blowing out towards right center once again here. Drill got the start in Game 1 of the series back last Friday over in Grand Forks. The 2 teams then traveled up here to Minot for the final 2 games of this set. Sinclair tilts him for the side, takes a look at first base, now stands on 2 feet as he faces third base. Here's his 0-1. There goes the runner, pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Hannigan can't find the handle, will still make the throw. It's a little bit wide of the second base bag, so in safely at second base is Jelly with a stolen bag, his 9th of the year. Hit and run once again likely on right there. Breaking ball running away from Drill, took a big hack at it even though this pitch was running well outside. Luckily enough, Hannigan could not make the transfer to his throwing hand cleanly as Drill score or make that slid in safely. 0-2 now the count here. Sinclair ahead as he comes set from the first base side. Slightly closed off. 0-2 to Drill. Breaking ball in the dirt, smothered by the catcher and Hannigan. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for Wheat City. 3 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for Souris Valley. Sinclair, long, looking to his catcher Hannigan, going through multiple signs with Jelly at second base. Sinclair pauses, shrugs his shoulders. The 1-2, swing and a pop up first base side, slicing out a play. Count will remain at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sounded like a car was hit right there. Gotta hope nothing broke right there. A fan may be coming to the parking lot to a tough greeting. Sinclair shakes off once. Now nods as he comes set from the first base side. Jelly takes his lead from second, ready to run here with nobody out. 1-2, check swing, he went around, says Archina. Blocked by Hannigan, finds his lane, throws a bullet to first base, then is in time to retire Drill for out number 1. Good breaking ball in the dirt that Sinclair buried. That's his second punch out of the night. That'll hold Jelly at second base here with 1 down. That'll bring up Noah Lingley to the plate. Lingley 0 for 3. He's reached base 3 times, however, on an E6 in the 5th, walked in the 1st, singled back in the 7th as well. Righty on right as Sinclair tilts him for the sign here. 4-3 Whiskey Jacks, your score, top of the 9th inning, 1 down. Both Drew Miller and Gunnar McGran look like they're ready to potentially swing it next inning as this pitch is spiked and the dirt goes off the wrist of Hannigan, rolls to the backstop. Scampering into third base, standing up goes Jelly. That'll be a wild pitch. As the count moves to 1 ball and no strikes. So this situation for Sinclair, mighty important. Obviously, you can imagine the Sabre Dogs would love to come to the plate with Drew Miller, a potential pinch hitter, or Gunnar McGran, or Jaden Schaefer if they stick with him, representing the tying run. Now, if that runner comes around to score, going to take a little bit more of a rally. Boop in the blast, at the very least, to tie things up. So Sinclair takes his time as he walks off the bottom of the hill. He's going to reset right here. The infield drawn in here for Souris Valley, trying to cut down the run at the plate. Again, 4-3 Wheat City, your score. Sinclair digs his right foot in the first base side of the rubber, plants with his left. Righty on right, his Lingley steps back into the box. Carrying that bat above the right shoulder, Sinclair from the stretch. Kicks, fires. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Misses down away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Sun still shining bright here at the ballpark. Shadows not in play yet. And as we mentioned earlier, just about 8:30 local time, 8:27 to be exact. Shadows a bit transparent as well, so even if they were in play, likely wouldn't be too difficult to seize. The next pitch is a breaking ball buried in the dirt, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes to count here with 1 down. So Sinclair does have first base open. Would put the double play in order if he were to put on the right-hand hitting Lingley. Jackson Sorensen on deck, a left-handed hitter. Sinclair tilts in, comes set. 3 balls, no strikes. Again, the infield drawn in. He kicks and delivers. The pitch in the way is a fastball knee high. Strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lingley almost tossed his bat to the third base dugout. So he'll step in the driver's seat right here. 3-1 the count. Sinclair, long looking to Hannigan, his catcher. He now comes set first base side. Kicks and delivers. The 3-1 on the way. Breaking ball bites the middle of the plate for strike 2. Count now runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Sinclair has climbed all the way back here against Lingley. Lingley 1 for 4 last night. 1 for 3 tonight. Sinclair settles from the first base side. Fans getting into it. Here's the payoff pitch in the way. Breaking ball chopped to the shortstop side. Cooper picks it up, goes to the plate. Tag applied by Hannigan's in time. Perfectly executed. 6-2 put out as that guns down Jelly at the plate. What a play by Cooper. Infield was drawn in once again, had to take 2 or 3 steps to his right. And again, this was softly hit, which allowed Cooper to have time to get it. Because he was drawn in, his range is cut down. Then threw off of his heels to the plate, a strike to Hannigan, who caught the ball, then blocked the plate, which is legal when you have the ball, to complete the 6-2 fielder's choice for out number 2. So Sorensen now to the plate here with Lingley at first. Again, Jelly gunned down at the plate. Sinclair and out away from keeping this a 1-run lead for Wheat City, sending us to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch is swung on and hammered out to right field. Greer ranging back towards the track. Looking up, this one's gone. 2-run home run for Jackson Sorensen. A laser beam over the wall in right field as it snuck over by about a foot or 2 in terms of height. Sorensen puts what may be the nail in the coffin of this one to give the Whiskey Jacks a 6-3 lead. His 4th home run of the year. RBIs numbers 14 and 15 on the campaign. And this was a hard line drive out to right field. So just when you thought the momentum was swinging back the Sabre Dogs' way, Jackson Sorensen comes in and brings it back to the third base dugout. So now it's going to be a much more difficult task for the Sabre Dogs in the bottom of the 9th, trailing by 3. Here comes Houston Fogelstrom, the center fielder, righty on right. Sinclair kicks and fires. First pitch is a fastball down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Sabre Dogs have come back before, down by deficits of this caliber. Go back a couple Thursdays ago, Drew Miller, his game-tying 2-run home run in the 9th inning with 1 out. The Dalton Bowling 3-run home run a couple Fridays ago against the Moo as well. It's possible as Sinclair kicks and fires the 1-0 pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Fogelstrom 0 for 4. Looking for his first knock to keep this inning alive. Sinclair comes set at the chest. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Center fielder and Anderson taking a couple steps towards right center. Large alley in left center field. Infield playing the right-handed center fielder straight up. Sinclair from the first base side comes set. Kicks and delivers. The 2-1 on the way. Inside as Fogelstrom scoots out of the way. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. No one currently warming up in the Sabre Dogs bullpen. For the Whiskey Jacks, looks like someone's walking around out there. No one tossing, however. We'll see if they send out Kuster for the bottom of the 9th inning, who's gotten through a couple of very nice innings of work. Sinclair kicks and delivers. The 3-1 on the way. Breaking ball well down on the way. 4 ball, 4. Fogelstrom will take the walk. First, make that the second walk allowed by Sinclair tonight. That'll bring up Rhett Stein, the catcher, to the plate here, with a chance to extend this lead and take the save situation out of the equation here for the Whiskey Jacks. Colin Hannigan will go to the bump to talk to Shane Sinclair. Sabre Dogs took games 1 and 2 of this series. The Whiskey Jacks trying to hold on and muster at least 1 W here against a very good ball club in the Sabre Dogs. Souris Valley will not be done after the night. We'll come back to Corbett tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch against the Pier Trappers, a team they're 6-0 against this season. Sinclair tilts in from the first base side, comes set. Fogelstrom takes his lead, righty on right. Sinclair kicks and delivers. The pitch on the way is a fastball, pinpointed on the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Sinclair's 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, misses inside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Stein, a product of Biola University, came into tonight 0 for 3 in the series. 0 for 3 tonight as well, so now 0 for 6. Unfortunately for him, has struck out 3 times tonight, all swinging. As Sinclair fires the 1-1 pitch, breaking ball down away ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to count. Vogelstrom takes his lead from first base. Sinclair settles from the first base side, pauses at the chest. His 2-1 on the way. Swinging a bounding ball left side. Cooper to his right, picks it up, slings it over to the second baseman, Ethan Moore, who makes the catch. Standing on the bag with 2 feet to retire the side. 6-4. Fielder's choice concludes the top of the 9th, but not before the Whiskey Jacks put 2 more on the board thanks to the 2-run shot from Jackson Sorensen. Sabre Dogs down to their final 3 outs as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. We'll send up 8, 9, and 1. Looking for another magical moment here in Minot when we come back.
Start planning your summer road trips with a brand new camper and truck. Head to Four Bears Casino now, play your favorite slots, and earn entries for their July 3rd truck and camper giveaway. It's your chance to win a decked out camper and 2021 pickup with full towing package. Plus, get your tickets for Dwight Yoakam live in concert June 19th and enjoy water fun on a yacht tour of Lake Sakakawea or a splash in their water park. Check out all the fun on their website, all at Four Bears Casino and Lodge, 4 miles west of Newtown.
Life is all about moments, big moments, small moments, and those moments you just can't put into words. It's how we at First International Bank and Trust live first and have been for more than 110 years. One customer, one family, one moment at a time. First International Bank and Trust. Live first. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
SaberDog fans, be sure to stop by Corbett Field on Friday, July 2nd to see the boys in their Friday night whites as they take on the reigning Expedition League champion Fremont Moo. Souris River Brewing Company will be giving away a free pint glass to the first 500 fans to enter the ballpark. Make sure to arrive early as gates open at 6:05 with first pitch slated for 7:05.
We all protect what we love. It's instinct. We do everything we can to keep our loved ones safe, and they do everything to keep us safe. Seatbelts save lives. It's an
Bottom half of the 9th inning, 6-3 Whiskey Jacks, your score. 8, 9, and 1 due up here for Souris Valley against Cooster as they look for another magnificent moment. Here am I, not down 6-3. It's going to be Drew Miller leading it off, pinch hitting in the DH spot for Jaden Schaefer. So from the broadcast booth to the left-hander's batter's box, here comes Drew Miller. Miller, 4 homers on the year, all 4 here at Corbett Field. On deck, currently swinging is Reese Anderson. We see Gunnar McGran taking some practice hacks in the dugout as well. First pitch on the way to Miller. Misses, down and in, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. SaberDogs trailing by 3. Looking to string around a couple of ace runners and send the potential tying run to the plate. Here's the wind, the 1-0. Fastball, middle of the plate, knee-high, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. SaberDogs late in this ball game. 9th inning, down to their final 3 outs, likely taking till they get a strike. The 1-1 misses up and away ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Miller hitting .248, an OPS of .726. This series thus far, 1 for 4 with a walk, has played in all 3 games now. The 2-1 swing, a slicing fly ball down the left field side and foul, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So if the Whiskey Jacks hold on and win it here in the bottom of the 9th inning, that'll be Jack Moffitt who earns the win. Dalton LeBlanc who'll be charged with the loss. The wind, Cooster's 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, 4 strike 3. Fastball at the top of the zone that Miller went up and after. Out number 1 as Cooster picks up another strikeout. So here comes Reese Anderson to the plate. The SaberDogs down to their final 2 outs here at Corbett Field. Anderson 2 for 3 tonight, a strikeout, and 2 singles as well. Again, the big blow was the 2-run shot back in the top half of the 9th inning off the bat. Jackson Sorensen is the first pitch to Anderson is a fastball upstairs, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. If Sinclair were able to retire him, SaberDogs would have the tying run at the plate and Drew Miller to open up this inning, giving them a lot more energy and momentum in this game as the 1-0 misses down low ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Make that 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the wind, the toss, the pitch on the way. Misses. Down low, ball 2. Count moves 2 balls, 1 strike in the favor of Anderson. On deck, top of the lineup for Souris Valley, Justin Cooper, then Bo Brewer. Kuster turns, kicks, and tosses. His 2-1 delivery on the way. On the outside corner, looked like some cut on that pitch right there. Strike 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yesterday for the Whiskey Jacks in relief, it was Cameron Daigle, who was very good to close out the ball game. Unfortunately, Wheat City was already trailing by then. Tonight, Kuster has been just as fantastic. Next pitch on the way, misses up and away for ball 4. So a walk to Reese Anderson on a 3-2 count. Apologize for the miscommunication on the count. A walk to Anderson. Nice start here with 1 down for Souris Valley. If they're to get back to this ball game, a 1-out base runner. Anderson now has reached base 3 times and is 4 times to the right-hander's batter's box. Here comes Justin Cooper. He's 1 for 4 tonight. If he can reach, Bo Brewer on deck would represent the tying run. Kuster from the first base side settles just above the belt from the stretch. His pitch in the way. Misses outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Cooper from the right-handed side awaits. Kuster, the right-hander, comes set. Check over to first base, back in safely. Goes Anderson with a dive. 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Wheat City. 3 runs, 9 hits. 3 errors for Souris Valley. Middle infielders in double play depth. That's Bittner and Sitzman. Twin killer would end this ball game as the next pitch is down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. A righty heating up down in the bullpen for Wheat City. Likely going to come into this ball game if Kuster gets into more trouble. Anderson, good speed at first, likely not going anywhere, down by 3. Hitters count for Cooper, 2-0. Pitch from Kuster on the way, misses down low, ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes the count. And again, if Cooper can reach, Sabre Dog's destiny just looks a little bit better, as that would force the tying run of the plate when you have Bo Brewer, Alan Greer, and Dalton Bowling due up. Kuster from the stretch. 3-0. Fastball up and in for ball 4. Here we go. Back-to-back walks. Anderson and Cooper now at first and second base. So the catcher and Stein will walk to the mound and have a conversation with Kuster right here, as Bo Brewer now is coming to the dish representing the tying run. And I'll tell you, this team just does not quit. Down by 3 in the ninth, have been struggling to string around base runners, and still have been able to find themselves with a chance to tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. You have Brewer coming to the plate, who's 1 for 4. The most recent plate appearance, he had a screaming line drive down the left field line for an RBI double. Now has 50 runs batted in on the year. Kuster going to get to face the league leader in RBIs, and Brewer right here in a pressure spot. In fact, the tightest situation we've seen in this series. Anderson, the runner, at second. Cooper at first. 6-3 Whiskey Jacks, your score. Kuster from the stretch, first base side. His first pitch on the way is a fastball over the middle of the plate. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Brewer steps out of the box, exchanges a couple words with the home plate umpire, now taps the plate and digs back in. Kuster leans in, set from the first base side. Kicks and fires. The 0-1 on the way, swinging a high pop-up on the infield right side. Second baseman Sitzman ranging to his left now into the cut of the outfield turf. Will make the grab with 2 hands for out number 2. So Brewer pops out. He's now 1 for 5 tonight, as the throwback to the pitcher and Kuster gets away. So heading to third now goes Anderson. To second goes Cooper. That'll be an error on the Whiskey Jacks, their first of the night. Charge it to Sitzman as his throwback into the pitcher, and Kuster was wide. Got away. So now it's second and third, 2 outs. Doesn't change too much, besides the fact that there are no forces on the base paths besides first base. So these infielders will have to throw across the diamond in the instance there's a ground ball to potentially end this ball game. Greer, the tying run at the plate. Dalton Bowling, the winning run on deck. Kuster from the stretch, first base side. Kicks and delivers. The first pitch on the way. On the outside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Greer 1 for 3 tonight. Struck out swinging in the first. Singled in the third. Flew out to center in the 7th inning. Greer digs back in the box. Taps the plate here. Pinwheels it back and forth. Now lifts it above his right shoulder. Kuster, a long look in to Stein. They're both in agreement as he comes set. His 0-1 pitch on the way. Swinging a chopper off the end of the bat to the first base side and foul. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And for the Whiskey Jacks, trying to pick up a big, big win here. As we mentioned, have struggled here in the second half. Through 8 games are 2-6, and now they're a strike away from picking up a win and avoiding the sweep here in Minot. Coaster from the stretch. Kicks and delivers, the 0-2 on the way. Misses, up and in, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A lot of pitches tonight for Coaster, just about 60. Here through multiple innings of work, trying to slam the door. But the Sabre Dogs will not go down easy as Greer digs back in. Coaster from the first base side settles above the belt. Kicks and fires, the 1-2 on the way. Swing and a foul off the catcher in Stein. So the count will hold at 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the Sabre Dogs holding on by their fingertips right there. If Stein holds on, this ball game's over. But Greer gets a second chance now. He'll step out, readjust the batting gloves, stares at the barrel of his bat, digs back in. Fan favorite, looking for a signature moment here at Corbett Field. Second and third, 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. The 1-2 one more time. Misses, down low, ball 2. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Dalton Leblanc, a hot bat, looming on deck. First base is open. Remember, that would force the winning run to the plate and the tying run at first base in great speed with Alan Greer. Coaster from the stretch, first base side. The 2-2, swinging a high fly ball, center field. Fogelstrom backpedaling in front of the track by about 20 feet. Will make the catch with 2 hands, as that'll do it here from Corbett Field. The Whiskey Jacks muster 1 win in the back game of this series, winning by a final score of 6-3. The win goes to Jack Moffitt, who was very good tonight. 5 innings, allowed just 2 runs. Allowed his ball club to stay in this ball game and take the lead in the 5th, where they led at that point by 4 runs to 2. They would win by a final of 6-3. The big knock, the big blow of the night, the 2-run shot from Jackson Sorensen that extended the Whiskey Jacks lead to 3. So the win goes to Moffitt, the loss to LeBlanc. The Sabre Dogs now fall to 27-14, 5-5 in the second half. Meanwhile, the Whiskey Jacks move to 17-22, 3-6 in the second half. As always, we thank you so much for tuning in here on YouTube Live and Mixlr every single night. We'll be back at it right back tomorrow at 7:05 for first pitch on YouTube Live and Mixlr, as the Sabre Dogs will begin a 2-game set against the Pure Trappers. For Jaden Lopez, Ballard Ackway, I'm Max Tanzer. Have a great rest of your evening. Again, your final score, the Whiskey Jacks 6, Souris Valley 3.